So yeah, sometimes that happens when things are put in your way and you're not looking because you're carrying things to put a house back in order. Maybe you knock something over.
I wasn't giving you shit. I appreciate that you felt like I was.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
We're just talking about hypothetical situations. No?
And that the hypothetical situation in which you kicked over the air filter and it made a demon noise for 2 weeks.
That was cool.
It fell over while I was near it, and it was placed in my path.
Yeah.
Why didn't you try to be a lawyer?
I know, because his power is too strong. I'd win all the cases. The world's not ready for that.
And if you didn't, there would just be you start screaming.
Yeah, it'd be violent crimes.
If you were to pick a lawyer nickname, what would it be?
Oh, like those billboards?
Yeah.
1-800 call Jacob.
Sweet James.
That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Sweet James.
Oh, that guy died.
Did he
James
really?
died?
Yeah, Sweet James died.
I'd
Wait,
say
no, it wasn't Sweet James. It was the other one.
with the dog,
No,
Veronica. She has
the
insurance?
old guy.
Adriana's insurance.
Adriana's insurance. Yeah.
There's
But
Veronica.
as the dog.
No,
Yeah.
there's
There's a Veronica.
the old guy in L.A. died that has all the billboards.
please.
I don't think Sweet James died.
Angeline?
Angeline. No, she's alive and kicking. I saw
Is
her
she really?
I saw her the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
She's
She's
never
still in a
gonna die.
Corvette?
Yep.
I saw a pink Tesla the other day, and for a second I thought it might have been her. I thought
Yeah.
she maybe went electric.
Yeah, June 2024.
Oh,
James
wow.
Allen passed away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
What was his name? James Brown?
Real name was James H. Sweet.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's nice.
that makes sense.
those billboards are still everywhere.
I mean, he's got lawyers that work for him.
Does he? I don't know.
I don't know. I've
can't let that
never
kind of-
gotten in an accident and didn't know what to do.
Well, I think with
Right.
I think with billboards, they don't take them down until someone else buys that ad space.
Oh, that's true.
They don't
That's
go
true.
up there and take it down because you're not up to date.
Yeah.
So we should buy a billboard in a really shitty spot
Yeah.
and then just not pay for it.
Uh-huh.
But it'll just stay there because no one else will buy us out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, I like that. plan.
Perfect.
That's
Those
a good
guys
plan.
like the LA like Philharmonic have been on the side of that. Those
Oh,
buildings
they're-
downtown.
Yeah.
Which
they're,
I assume
they're
is-
painted.
Yeah.
That's different.
You
That's a
can paint
mural.
over.
Yeah, us. I want us overlooking the 110.
Oh, the watcher of the 110, the violinist guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put us over like Pacoima somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want Arleta. We want
Yeah.
Silmar.
Yeah.
Where else do we want?
Sun
Roland
Valley.
Heights.
Gardenia.
Yeah.
Palmdale.
Gardenia.
Oh, that's down there.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Shudcast.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Ozzy.
I remain Cody.
And I'm Lucas.
This is the horror movie podcast where we discuss films that freak you out and the friendships are even freakier.
Woo! You're trying to just make that as fast as you
Trying to just
faster every time.
Spit that the fuck out of
Love
there.
it. You did it perfectly.
We talk about horror movies and where our faces should be across the country
Yes.
or Los Angeles.
Yeah, that was an extremely niche little riff we had there. So if you want to tell us what parts of your country you want our faces, you can tell us on the Discord. And how do you get to the Discord? So simple, guys. You go to Patreon. But what you don't do is you don't click the Patreon link through the Apple app.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, then Apple will take 30% from us.
It's true.
So what you need to do is you need to get that link, copy it, put it in a browser that is
Yeah.
not related to the Apple App Store, and subscribe there. And what you'll get is full-length bonus episodes, you get mini episodes, and you get access to our Discord where a bunch of cool horror nerds talk all day, every day.
Preach.
And we've just had some new people arrive
have.
recently. Dr.
Yeah.
Horse
Dr. Horse.
is here.
Steve.
The horse from Perth.
Steve!
Hell yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
And others. So yeah, it's a really fun time. So if you're not doing that, you should do that. It's only $3, $5, or $8 a
Yeah.
month.
And we will pass the lack of savings on to you. Is what I'm saying. Like you have to pay 30. We have to pay 30% more. You'll have to pay 30% more.
Accurate.
Exactly.
We ain't about that life.
And that's all people.
So just FYI. Going forward.
Everybody's just trying to take our fucking money from us.
Tell me about it. gotta have
Patreon's
it.
taking their cut.
It is hilarious.
Apple's taking their cut.
It is hilarious how small this enterprise is and how many hands are already in our honeypot. It's like, are you serious? We have nothing. And we're like, mine.
Mine. That's how they keep you down, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
how
the
you don't
man.
reach the top.
It's the capitalist monster at its finest.
Tell me about it.
So if you want to hear more about that, join
Join our Patreon the right way and go to our Discord. Or join however you want. But I'm just saying, they do take 30% of our money.
Yeah.
If you go through the App Store.
They're monsters.
They're
Guys, I
terrible
learned a
monsters.
fun alien thing. An
What'd
old
you
alien
learn?
thing. So in Alien Resurrection, remember she's like on that basketball court. She delivers a delicious non sequitur to Ron Perlman, and she throws that basketball shot behind her.
Yes.
She actually made that.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yes.
that.
I knew
That's
that.
so fucking cool.
I know.
And,
that.
and the cut on that take is because Ron Perlman biffed it, and he's like, "She fucking made it." So the start of his reaction is him going like, "What the?"
That's so cool.
I learned that on the eye bleeding speed run through of all of the documentary features on that giant fucking alien set that
Oh,
I have
hell
in
yeah.
preparation of that movie or that episode.
Hell yeah!
Oh.
We'll have a new one of those to talk about here in a little bit.
We will.
Yes.
I think we've
Tonight.
all seen it. We're gonna get into a little bit of that and maybe plug it into our rankings just for fun.
We have, and I have a surprise for the three of you.
You got a surprise?
Surprise!
I have a surprise for the three of you.
Really?
Well, it's really only for one of you, but you guys get to figure out who gets it.
Dibs, I know what it is.
Ah, but not so fast. Remember this moment next week when we release our Alien Romulus discussion as a bonus mini-sode. We figured we want to give this new film in the Alien saga its due respect and talk about it at length for about 40 minutes, so you can find that next week on patreon.com/shuddcast. So if you are not signed up, and I know I talk about it a lot, now is the time. See you then.
Because you saw it sitting over there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got dibs. Yeah, I win.
You don't win.
Why?
That's not how you win.
That's an ancient, time-honored tradition.
Dibs.
The dibs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
That goes back before language.
Is it a DIY colostomy bag?
No, he has that over there too.
Did you guys get a giveaway at the theater?
No, we
No.
saw you got one.
No, we didn't get stuff.
I didn't get a giveaway.
No, we got. Well, I have an extra giveaway that you guys can.
I already dibs. It's
That's
settled.
lame. I saw 7:15 at the IMAX at City Walk. That should on Friday. That
You
should
should
be
have
like
gotten.
a.
Fede should have
should.
been there.
I
He
saw
was at
Sam.
Burbank
Really?
on Friday night or
Really?
Thursday night. He was in Burbank.
Oh, shit.
Oh hell yeah!
Uh-huh.
They do a lot of those there.
A lot of what?
Burbank one. A lot of those like hi.
Oh, they do.
movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if he did say anything, but like he was just there, like hanging
nice.
out, talking to people and
I
shit.
love that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they've been like on the AMC app. You'll start to see like Q&As for that shit there.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
can't imagine. I won't do it.
I hate Q&As.
They're bad enough.
Every time I've been to one, I've realized I want no A's to any of these Q's.
The Rob Zombie, Sherry Moon Zombie one
That was fantastic.
was fantastic.
Yeah, it's mostly. I'll take the Q&A if there's no audience participation,
Correct.
Or if it's Guillermo del Toro,
or if it's him.
because every time I've seen him talk, it's the most magical thing.
Oh,
That was
the
magical.
Sasquatch Sunset one I went to. That was no audience participation.
Oh, great.
And that was a move by my lovely sweet Sorrel. She's like, I think you're excited about this movie. They're doing. Kristen Stewart is leading a Q&A on set. I was. She's not in that movie. She's not
Yeah.
associated with that movie at all.
One of the least charismatic public speakers.
Yes, and she said,
Sure.
I didn't prepare anything at all going into this. I was like,
Right.
"Ah, cool.
Right. She's a great actress. That does not
Yeah, I love
work.
Kristen Stewart.
I have grown to love Kristen Stewart
Okay.
very recently.
Yes, and I'm so
You
excited
have.
to hear about this.
Oh
we
my
got a
God.
bunch of that shit to talk
Oh
about.
my
Because
God.
you beat me to the punch on that by about a week.
Oh,
We're about
yeah.
to do this too?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
are you gonna use my set? Do you want my set?
Yes.
Okay, I need the other ones back.
That's a really good power play. I like that. Watch,
Also, I know it's almost fucking spooky season. You're not gonna be watching that shit for the next 2 months.
buddy. First of all,
buddy,
first of all,
buddy, me.
You're not going to watch
in
Twilight this
October.
spooky
Fight.
season.
Those ain't getting. You're not
you
watching
don't
before
like
sunset.
Buddy, do you? You hate Buddy. This
No,
is the
Buddy's
second.
fine.
This is
Guys,
the second
die
time this
for
has
the
happened.
night.
Is it?
Yes.
No, Buddy's fine.
The spooky season starts in this house first of all, it never ends.
April.
I announced
Have you
it.
seen upstairs? It's like every week I get here, there's more stuff.
I announced it on April 30th
Okay, yes.
that it had started. Maddie's like, no, it hasn't. We still haven't. No, we haven't finished with the bunnies yet.
The bunnies. Oh, wow.
Yeah, which
Easter
I'm like,
bunnies.
no, we don't.
Wow.
No,
Halloween's competing with Easter Bunny in this house?
fucking said.
Fascinating.
It is
So
fascinating.
it's
Sorry,
just Christmas
lover.
and Halloween.
But I just know you're not watching any Richard Linklater movies in October.
I've been struggling to watch any Richard Linklater movies this whole fucking year.
I know, but that's been your task.
I
Cody
know.
finds emotions.
I know. I
That-
did. I cried in the back of a truck when I was hunting and watching Marriage Story.
Well, now you need like
You need to go deeper now.
happy, sad.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay,
Heartwarming.
Before Sunset's like sad, happy.
I'll watch those and then Showgirls. I said it right. I said it right.
Yeah.
Buddy, you're denying yourself such
I mean,
joy.
truth. That's a you thing.
I can't-
don't-
I-
we can't
go to
leave you
put it
haven't
on.
watched it
I
yet.
go to put it on almost every time that you guys leave, and I look at that runtime and I'm like, I can't do it right now.
No, that's
No.
not a 10 p.m. movie. That's a
No.
You got to
Yeah.
give it
10 p.m. on a
respect.
Friday.
No,
You can do 10 p.m. on a Friday.
too late.
Too late?
I got too sleepy.
Yeah. Well,
We got shit to fucking...
Let's
We
dive
got
into it.
movies to talk about.
mine was pretty short.
Mine's relatively short as well.
I'll just run through these real quick. I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies and read 2 books.
You've read 2 books?
Correct.
What?
Wow.
What fucking plane of existence do you live on, dude? 2 books?
I got like nothing.
It's not like these were like giant books, like 300 pages each.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched Trap.
Okay, hell
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, I want to see it.
A good movie.
Good movie.
It's
It's
a good
getting
movie.
way too much
Good
hate.
movie.
It's getting too much hate. It's a good movie.
All I've heard is it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
the only review I've heard is good.
To
The internet.
For the people who matter in your life, yes, it is a good movie.
That's all the only people I listen
It's a
to.
good movie. It's clever. I watched Frankenweenie again
Fantastic.
because it's
I still
great.
have not
I
seen
still
that.
think that's...
Animated?
Yep.
That's
I
great.
haven't seen it either.
Oh, you guys are crazy. It's
It's
fantastic.
great. It's outstanding. Yeah.
You'll cry. It's lovely.
Maddie cries every time we watch that.
I
thing.
cry. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, I don't need to.
You're an idiot. Watch
Cry
it.
enough.
Why? Why won't you watch it?
Cry enough.
Okay.
Okay, you won't cry. Watch it.
Okay.
I watched Strait-Jacket, William Castle movie from 1964,
Dope.
starring Joan Crawford.
What was the hook of that? What was the hook of that one?
It's Joan Crawford plays. She's an axe murderer, kills her husband
Yep.
in front of her daughter, goes to an insane asylum, gets released. Daughter is an adult. Mom shows up to like reintegrate into life and normalcy, and then stuff happens. It was a good movie.
Hell yeah.
I guess Joan Crawford wasn't supposed to be in it, and then not only was she in it, but she got like 30% of the profits or something.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hell
that
yeah.
makes sense. Joan Crawford
Yeah,
and a William
absolutely.
Castle.
It's a good movie. She's just. I mean, of course, Joan Crawford's just fucking incredible in it. I watched tonight's film. I went to see Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
I've seen Cuckoo twice.
Yes, you have. I know
Yeah.
3 of us have seen this. You haven't seen this yet, guys. I fucking loved this movie so much.
I want to see it.
It's so fucking cool.
It's so cool.
It's very cool.
It's so
so-
fucking cool. I loved it.
And it all cemented for me the second time too. I convinced Jess. I got back the first time. Jess was like, I don't think I need to see it. I got back. I was like, I love this thing. You should see it. So for a week and a half, trying to convince her to go, and we decided to go last night, and she hated it. I wasn't expecting it. I usually know when like I'm just like blowing something up, and I just want her to watch a thing, but like I did not expect it. Though I see why now.
Did you get the eyes?
I didn't really get the eyes.
Get the eyes. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, but Cody, Lucas, you liked it, right?
I did like it.
Okay.
Maybe not as much as you guys, but I liked
fair.
it. Yeah.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
strange.
fault anybody, but
I just don't think there was nothing groundbreaking about it. It had like cute little, I shouldn't say cute, but like original things about it that I like creative things that I liked about it. But I didn't think it was like anything particularly groundbreaking.
Yeah.
But a fun time, and the performances are great. Hunter Schafer's
Fucking
fucking
I
powerhouse.
cried twice both times. Just like a tear.
it's a heavy
Holy
movie.
shit. Just like it does a couple, I don't know why it speaks to me, and like it does a couple things that just fucking get me, and I love it.
I don't think it was groundbreaking.
You'll like it.
But I thought it was really special. Like really special.
You think I'll like it?
I think you'll like it.
Do you think I'll like it?
Yes.
I think you'll at least
I think
like
you'll
it.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're wrong,
I think you'll enjoy it. No, I
terms
said
you made.
enjoy, not love.
I know.
Okay.
I hated it. Come here.
Like, enjoy, love. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
We all watched a little thing called Cruel Jaws together.
We did.
Yes, we did. And if you're a member of the Patreon at the top tier,
The $8 big spender, high roller.
we record a commentary track for that fucking gem of a movie.
Yes.
Which I discovered I could talk about for 2 hours.
Oh, of course.
So-
If you aren't familiar with Cruel Jaws, it's a phenomenal piece of absurdity. It's your favorite. It's the best, most fun, bad, great movie. It's literally pieced together with parts of other movies. They steal from everything. It's wonderful, and you can watch it on YouTube. And if you're a patron, you can fire up our commentary track alongside the YouTube and have quite a time hanging out with us watching Cruel Jaws.
Yeah.
Or Jaws 5, as it was originally titled before legality.
For many lawsuits. Yeah, what?
But they still
fucking
kept
joy.
Jaws in there. I mean, the balls.
Yeah, they got it in there.
I watched for the first time ever Kingpin.
Really, first time ever.
First time ever. I'd never seen that.
I haven't seen Kingpin.
No?
Really?
No, I know.
Lucas, have you seen Kingpin? Woody
No.
Harrelson?
The bowling
Wow.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Holy shit.
Hilarious. Lynn Shay in that movie is like sent me to a shadow
He has a
realm.
hook for a hand.
Yeah.
That movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have
Lynn,
not seen it.
Lynn Shay sent me to a shadow
So
realm.
I
was
always
laughing so
thought
fucking
that
hard.
Lynn Shay was 70 years old because of that movie.
I'm not surprised.
Like she's young in that movie.
She is young.
It's
yeah.
wild.
And it's like that's before Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
So funny. The some of the lines that she has in that I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was laughing so
The
fucking
golden era of the Farrelly brothers.
hard. Yes. I watched that with my dad and my mom and Maddie.
Yeah.
And it got so loud in the room from my dad and I laughing together in chorus that my watch kept saying loud environment
The decibel?
alerts. Yes.
That's fantastic. I need to watch that.
It's very funny. And then last night I rewatched The Faculty.
God, I love
the
The Faculty.
faculty.
I didn't love it as much this time around.
What happened?
I love that movie. I love that movie, but
Sure.
like this time around, I was like, this doesn't land. It didn't land the same.
Really?
No, this is the second time I've seen it. Didn't land quite the same.
Wow, I've only seen it once. I'll never watch it again because I love it.
That's smart.
Apparently
It's a
it gets ruined
It's a
watching
great
it.
movie. I just didn't love it. Like the last time I watched it, I was like, that is a 5-star fucking perfect thing. Why
Yeah.
haven't I seen this before? This time around, I was like, all right, 5 stars was generous by 1.5 stars.
Even for the id.
I think the id gave it the same.
As the reasonable.
Hold on, what did the id give it? The
Ego
id gave
and
it 4.
Okay.
The id gave it 4.
and the ego gave it 3.5.
The objectivity monster
I see.
gave
Yeah.
it 3.5.
Dang. Yeah, I'm surprised considering just how much 50s weirdo DNA's in it, plus all the gore and.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just I was in a mood. I don't know. Maybe I was in a mood.
Okay.
I read
You?
right. I read. I have started my journey down the Halloween novelization trip, and I read the novelizations for Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. I am happy to report that the Halloween 2018 novelization is not worth your time at all. Sheds no new light on anything.
Yeah.
The Halloween Kills novelization, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's a good. It's a good read, and there's like enough added depth that like doesn't feel like you're just reading what you already watched.
Yeah.
It's good. I started the Halloween Ends book. Boys, read this fucking book.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a good book.
got- Gotta
It,
be.
it kind of fucking rips. Like it is. I'm a little bit like, okay, there's a lot happening in here that did not happen in that movie, and there's a lot that like is cleared up as a result.
How do these novelizations work?
So
Does the guy just watch the movie and then writes his version of it?
So the Halloween series has had like a history with the novelizations where the books would be oftentimes written before the movie even came out.
Okay.
And they would be slightly different from here and there because it was based on the author's interpretation of the script. And then obviously things get cut from the film, right? So oftentimes the books should in theory have more, right? I don't know whether or not these were written at the same time as the screenplays, or at the same time the movie was being filmed, rather. But I believe the writer or the author of the Halloween Ends book is the same guy that wrote the screenplay.
For the
Oh,
movie?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's
very
it's-
interesting.
Or had a draft
It's
of
got teams?
it. No. I don't know. When I looked this up this morning, it said that he's credited as one of the writers on the
I can't remember
screenplay.
who it was. Danny McBride.
Fuck, what's his
I don't
name?
know if
Hold
he
on.
was Script credit on it. He would have been. Story.
George R.R. Martin?
Yeah.
Paul Brad Logan.
Paul Brad Logan. Interesting.
Paul Brad Logan? Hey, I was
it.
close. 3 names.
You really were somehow the closest.
Yeah, it looks like he. I mean, maybe I misread this, but I thought that I'd seen that he
likely.
wrote the screenplay.
Screenplayer.
Yeah, guys, Halloween Ends the book. Fucking, I've got like 75 pages left. It fucking rips.
Oh God,
It's
hell yeah.
really good.
Great movie, cool book. I'm in. Yep,
This is making me think might be a great movie.
it is.
Fascinating.
Because it's like there's just so much extra.
Yeah. You gonna buy those 4Ks?
What?
That set?
Well, a set
Oh.
No, I have 2018 in Kills. I will buy
on 4K.
Yeah, I'll buy the. No, I don't have the 4K of 2018. I have the 4K of Kills, and I'll buy the.
Why don't you have the 4K of 2018?
Because I didn't have 4K player at the time that I bought it. I bought a Blu-ray.
Why don't you re-up?
I don't. We
Upgrade.
we upgrade very selectively.
Why don't we buy the set? That set's cool, man.
There's a cool set.
Yeah, I got
it's,
it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Wow.
It's just 3
Steel
steel
books.
books in a giant box.
Yeah, it's cool art.
I love steelbooks.
Yeah, you see
The
my
art
set?
is
As long
cool.
as they don't have that stupid fucking slipcovers.
Yeah, no slipcovers.
Thank God. I hate that.
See the
shit.
slipcovers on steelbooks.
I'm glad they don't. Anytime there's a slipcover,
You
I
don't
hate
like
it.
You don't like slipcovers?
No,
Why?
we've talked about
Fuck's
this. I
wrong
throw
with
them
you?
away. I hate them.
Oh, you have talked about this. That's right. I blocked this out of my mind. That's a really
It's
monstrous
just
thing
trash.
to do. No.
It's a really
it's not
shitty
trash.
thing.
It's better. It's not
art.
fucking trash.
It's just extra work to get to my movie. I fucking hate it.
Bring
Yeah,
them
it's
to Curtis
packaging.
and I. We'll take it because there's a chance that we don't have the slipcover and we want it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to your house and just start throwing away slipcovers.
I will literally chop off those big fucking saggy balls that you showed me earlier today. I will put them on the table and I will castrate them.
It'll be worth it for
With his
liberating
teeth.
you from your trash collection.
Yeah, I'm going to liberate you from your fucking balls if you
Please.
take my slipcovers.
I've looked at websites to just buy slipcovers.
Same. I
Wait, I can sell mine?
yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll sell you my slipcovers.
No. No buy it.
Can't sell a slipcover for baby geniuses.
Why?
She probably could. That'd be great.
And you might have lost your Cody movie privileges.
Why? I'm not gonna throw it. Well, it depends. If it's a bad slipcover, I'm throwing it out. If it's a good slipcover, I'll leave it. If it's like cool, like holographic and stuff, it can stay.
You should replace them so that they have like really bad things when you give them back.
What's wrong with you?
Put new slip covers in, like there's like child pee on them and stuff like that.
Child pee-pee.
Child
Like
pee-pee.
urine.
Child pee-pee.
Urine.
No, you said child pee-pee.
Yeah,
Where's
you're
he
gonna
going to
find
get
it?
child pee-pee?
You want me to find a child to piss on his slipcovers?
Yes. Or drawings of it. I don't know. Some bad stuff. I'm saying it's stuff you shouldn't have on it. He should replace it.
I'm never lending you anything ever again.
no, I'm saying he should do it.
What did you do with my guitar that I lent you?
You'll find out.
No.
It's got a slipcover now.
It apparently involved a child and pee-pee.
No, I'm just going to take that straight to Matthew to
priest.
have him. Yeah, a priest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it straight to Matthew to have him set it up. He can get the cummy hands on it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what I watched and read. You fucking monsters.
Nice.
Wow.
That took a wild turn.
I'll go. I watched. What did we do here? I watched 25th Hour. It's a Spike Lee movie.
Wow.
about the right after 9/11. It's really good. It's a fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman, Edward Norton, Barry Pepper, and Rosario Dawson.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to plug in my Spike Lee blind spots because he's one of my favorite filmmakers.
That's a big one. For
It's
me,
really
too.
good. I watched Influencer,
Oh.
the Shudder
Oh,
film,
yes.
the movie that's on Shudder.
How's that? Is that worth?
It's good.
Worth a watch? Yeah.
I dug it. I was surprised.
It looked fun.
With a lot of the Shudder originals, you know, as if you're a listener of the show, we've covered a bunch of these. Can be hit or miss. It's good. Fun time.
Nice.
Yeah, worth a shot. I watched Loose in anticipation of Cuckoo, the first film by Tillman Singer.
Movie kind of fucking rips, dude.
I almost watched that today.
I didn't love it. I really like it and admire it. But it's like 77 minutes.
That's why I almost watched it today. I
Really?
was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's
Yeah.
a good runtime.
There's like one solid set piece, and the lead investigator in that's also in Cuckoo and is phenomenal.
Who's in Cuckoo?
The detective.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's the guy who.
You're right, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen that since it was in theaters.
Oh damn, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Not that long, but still.
No, that was 2018, 2019, right?
2018, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, good film though. Definitely check it out. It's worth the 77 minutes you put into it. Jess and I watched The Last Exorcism, which I was one of those where I was like, have I seen this? Yes, I have seen this, but we're watching it anyway.
Wait, I did too.
You watched The Last
Did I
Exorcism?
log it? Did I not log it?
Oh no.
I did.
No shit.
Yeah, I didn't log it. Yes. Yes,
What'd
I
you
did.
think?
It's fun. Wait, this is
pretty
the found
good,
footage
right?
one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I
pretty
watched it because
good.
you watched it, and I'm trying to pick movies you guys watched to streamline this process.
We go on too long. Gotta
Yeah.
watch what these fuckos watch.
Yeah, it's like I'll just follow you guys.
Good.
It's fun. I
Right?
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Good setup of a pastor who's like, "Hey guys, I'm a sham. Let me show you how much of a sham I am."
Yeah.
And then and then they
I
go
am sham. Sham
Yeah.
I am.
and they go and find a real fucking case.
Yeah.
You know?
That ending.
I remember
ending
real good.
rips, dude.
I remember seeing this.
It's really good.
Yep.
I think I saw this in theaters. I don't
It's
think
about
I've returned
people
to it.
whose faces you know.
Yeah, and I guess the sequel is about the characters from this movie.
Really? There's a sequel?
There is. The Last Exorcism 2.
The
how about
next to
that?
Last Exorcism.
Lucas, have you seen this?
No.
Solid.
It's very worth your time. It's on,
Okay.
Was it on Shudder? No, it was
Going
on
on the
Amazon,
watch list.
right? something.
It was on Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah.
it got recommended to me.
It's very worth your time. It's a lot of fun. Fun found footage.
I
Exorcism.
watched Satan's Blood.
Yes!
I purchased this with my subscription from Cody Video, and Cody's right. It's a fucking banger.
It's a fucking banger.
It is porn. I'll have you know.
Absolutely.
I expect nothing less.
It's not. Well, hold on. All right. There's
It's soft core, and there's like 2 scenes.
there's
but I
heavy
was like,
petting
oh,
in the
shit.
beginning and just straight up softcore porn in the middle.
Yes, it opens with a heavy petting.
Heavy petting.
And I was like, this is going on. Jess didn't walk in on this one, but I was just waiting. I was like, is she going to walk in? Just give me that.
The look. Oh my God,
Is this
damn.
another? Yep. And yes, it would have been another Cody porn. But it's a solid fucking
Wait,
movie.
what other Cody porn have you watched?
The goat one.
I have
Did
not
you watch
watched the
Black
goat
Candles?
one. I have not watched the goat one. I think that's just the assumption that whatever I bring into
If
the
it's
house,
porn,
that
it's
becomes
probably from
porn.
Cody.
Yeah, even if it's not. So that's just.
Yeah, I did this to myself.
To be fair, like we when we stop by like the Severin booth or something, we pick up porn mostly.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought the Sinful Dwarf right there and then, and that movie just
Yeah.
is porn. There's the clean cut, which is
Yeah.
still mostly porn, which is still sort of porn. Then the X-rated cut that's fucking porn. You know,
The
we watched this with
dwarf,
On God.
Sinful Dwarf.
Yeah.
Can we bring that this weekend? I don't know how we would watch
Oh,
it.
it's good.
I'll bring a Blu-ray for
Oh
you.
no!
Oh,
no!
we should.
Greasy Strangler's coming
Antichrist.
out.
Oh,
Oh, I still haven't watched it.
Yes.
Cruel Jaws.
That'd be great too.
wonderful.
Brian, we're hijacking your fucking bachelor
Yeah,
party.
we're gonna watch movies all the time.
Yeah, we're bringing the whole setup. By the way.
Yeah.
Yay! We're gonna do a show.
Satan's Blood does rule though. It's good. Like there's good Satan shit in it. I had a good time. The ending is properly wild, which I was happy with. I watched one of the greatest films ever made that I quite liked, The Seventh Seal, also from Cody Video.
I don't know. If
One of my favorite movies ever made.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's not like, it definitely has its reputation for being,
Yeah.
a foreign best movie ever sort of Criterion vibe, But it's good. It's funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few movies were as impactful for me at the time that I watched that. Just like it seeped into everything creative that I
buy that.
did for years.
It's a fucking downer.
It is a huge downer.
It's a
so
huge
depressing.
downer. Like it's funny, but it's so sad and didn't make me feel great.
Max von Sydow in that movie
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
unfucking believable.
Yeah.
He is great.
Anyway, I did that, so that's off the list.
There
I
you
watched I Am Celine Dion.
You are Celine Dion.
It's one of Jess's. She's one of Jess's favorite artists ever.
She's Kaylin's favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, they never talked about that. That's
Oh,
wild.
they haven't, have they?
No, Kaylin loves Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna make me go to Vegas and when she performs again.
You think she will?
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
going to?
After this, she's supposed to. She's got dates.
Does she really?
Yeah, like next year.
Because this is a pretty new doc. So
Yeah,
they must have
last
filmed
year?
it like
This
last.
year?
It's this year. They must have filmed it last yearish, maybe.
It's
But yeah, it
rough.
doesn't end with her in a good spot.
No, it ends
Spoilers.
rough. That's
And-
like that whole sequence of her
Yeah.
having like the episode. Oh my god.
I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
Being open to putting that shit out there.
Yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, it's sad, and obviously we're not like casting judgment on a woman going through a seizure, but it's like
No.
not flattering in any sense.
Exactly.
Of the word.
It-
there's
it's-
nothing flattering about it.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch someone be
Yeah.
so like candid and open in a very unflattering
Yeah,
place in their life.
especially for someone as like well loved like that. That's wild.
And,
I don't think it was
glamorous.
the best doc, but I had a good time.
That
with
was
it.
my problem. Like as a documentary, it's got issues.
Compared to what's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, it just like it didn't really feel like it had like a clear lane.
Yeah,
It's kind of like here's Celine Dion, what she does in her day to day, and here's old clips of her, and it would kind of just go back and forth, and it didn't feel like there was a strong.
at its worst, it felt like a I need to tell you why I lied sort of thing, or like
Yes.
why I've been gone.
Yes,
And like, here are my excuses. Again, at its worst, it's not really that. It's not like bad like that, but feels like that.
it didn't feel like a retrospective of her life or career or anything.
Yeah.
It was just kind of as a documentary, it's not great.
Yeah. Anyway, that's 3 minutes on Celine Dion for the Shudcast. All you shudders out there. I watched La Dracula,
Spanish Dracula.
Spanish Dracula.
Filmed at the same time as
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Dracula with Bela
which
Lugosi.
is fucking remarkable. It gets all the points in the world for that, for just like doing a movie while the other movie's happening, so it looks like the same fucking thing.
Shot the Spanish one. Spanish one was shot at night.
Yeah.
American was shot in the day, right?
Yeah. And Dracula is like 75 minutes long. This is an hour and 45 minutes long.
What?
Yeah. It's good. I liked it. But I don't really like the Bela Lugosi Dracula as it is. Like just as a thing. It's fine. It's fine. But like this, I'm like, this is kind of boring.
Sure.
And it's the same story. But it's a remarkable piece of like history for sure.
Yeah,
it's not dog shit by any stretch. I'm just,
I think it's more interesting
yeah.
than
not dog shit.
Yeah. I just have Dracula hang-ups, and if you're also doing a bad adaptation of Dracula, I have hang-ups even more, so there's that.
How do you like Dracula?
I like most of Dracula.
You like the idea of Dracula?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Conceptually, you like Dracula?
Yeah, Big Daddy Drac is my vibe.
Okay.
Yeah,
learned
give
nothing.
it a shot. Let's see. Cruel Jaws. I watched The Devil's Bath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch this.
Yeah, rules. It's great. It's awesome. It's the new movie from Franz and Fiala, the couple who gave us Goodnight Mommy and The Lodge.
Yeah, dude. Good Night, Mommy. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. This is the one that you told me reminded you of You Won't Be Alone, right?
This reminded me of You Won't Be Alone.
Which
very much.
I need that.
Yeah.
Is it as like, because in You Won't Be Alone, like I broke down sobbing in the movie theater.
I think you could.
Okay.
I don't think it's as impactful. I think You Won't Be Alone is a better movie, but this is really fucking good.
Okay.
And sad. And content warning: there is an actual goat slaughter in the film.
Oh, it is a real
hate
goat.
that.
From everything that I could find about it, it is real,
Oh, boo.
and it sucks.
Boo.
That sucks.
It does suck.
You don't need to kill the animal on screen.
You do not need to do that.
No.
I'll watch it
In a
for free.
2024 movie?
Yes,
Wow. Yeah. No, absolutely not.
but it's other than that, incredible. Lucas,
Yes.
I watched a You movie.
What?
You need to watch this fucking movie. It's on Netflix.
What is it?
It's got Russell Crowe in it.
Ooh.
It's got Liam
How fat
Hemsworth.
is he?
It's got Liam. He's tubbed.
He's tough.
He's tubbed up. Guess you know what he does the whole time? Sits in a chair. You know how awesome he is? Incredibly awesome. The movie's called Land of Bad.
Oh.
It's about Liam Hemsworth, Milo Ventimiglia, and Ricky Whittle play these military guys who go out into like apparently one of the worst locations in the world, which is in the Philippines, to try and save somebody, and it goes wrong. Russell Crowe plays a drone pilot in Vegas.
You're saying all the right things.
I know.
You're saying all the right things.
It's directed by William Eubank, who made Underwater, which I was, for whatever reason, interested.
I need to rewatch that.
It's a good movie.
Which
And it's
one?
not as
This one?
hoorah as you would expect. Land of Bad.
Land of Bad.
Sounds very hoorah.
It's not. It's kind of anti-military. Russell Crowe does an anti. He's got an anti-military thing about him while still being whatever. It's good.
Russell Crowe's anti-everything. Right?
I watched for the first time Licorice Pizza,
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
the San Fernando Valley P.T. Anderson movie.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Just one
Yeah?
of the best fucking hangout movies. that
Oh, yeah?
exists. Yeah, I love it to pieces.
It's like San Fernando Valley in the 70s, right?
Yeah, like Encino.
Yeah.
Like just there. Like
They go. What's interesting is they go to that sushi restaurant that's on Riverside, right by Namie's
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
There's that hotel with
Yeah.
like Japanese. They go
Mikado.
in there. Yes.
Really?
They go in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a
fantastic.
big
They
plot
and they
point.
go. Yeah. They. I think the movie like starts in there.
Now it's a
or something
tiki
like
bar.
that.
Now it's a
Yeah.
tiki bar.
Is it?
Kahuna Tiki 2.
Oh wow.
TOO as in as well, because Kahuna Tiki's on Magnolia there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the owner of that in the movie is played by John Michael Higgins, who's in like Blade Trinity.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Like he's good actor, and he in the movie his character is married to a Japanese woman, and the Japanese woman speaks Japanese. John Michael Higgins' character does not speak Japanese, but he speaks to her like with his eyes slanted
Oh,
shut
yeah, with
and
an
going like,
accent.
"Oh yes, sir. How do you think of the food that we serve here?"
Do it at the camera, please.
We need that on
That's an
camera.
impression of the guy in the movie.
It was very insensitive.
He gets divorced and gets another wife who is also Japanese and does the same thing to her.
Fantastic.
So that's the kind of the shit that's in this movie. It's phenomenal. I loved it.
I want just that moment that just happened carved out in one little thing.
Never gonna get it.
It's racist and it's phenomenal.
My thing with that movie is like get how you appreciate the charm of that movie if you've never been to the Valley. You know what I mean?
I totally get it. I totally get that. I think it does like capture a piece of like you. I think it might even be worse for like different generations. Because like I feel like there was a time where I had that similar upbringing. Like I wasn't in a city, but like we didn't have cell phones, right? So it was like it was all kids just hanging out, scheming, doing shit, which I can relate to. I get that.
Yeah.
Scheming.
Just
You were
hood rat
you
shit.
were, you were a
just wanna-
schemer.
Yeah.
You guys just want to drive up and down Main Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was Saturday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like fucking like Dazed and Confused is like I get that too. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
I was hazed. Yeah, like just up and down the streets of my stupid town. But yeah, so I'm wondering if it's a little less if people who are of our generation but maybe haven't been here can appreciate it, and what people who are younger than us by a couple generations think.
Well, listeners, if that is you that Curtis just described, and you are on our Discord, tell us
Tell us now, please.
Do it.
right now. Pick up your phone and do it, please.
I watched The Man from Hong Kong, a movie by Brian Trenchard Smith. Aussies out there, you can clap because he's one of your boys. He's one of my favorite boys.
Oi, oi!
This is about basically Australian Hong Kong martial arts movie, and George Lazenby plays the bad guy. The
Really?
one-time James Bond. Yeah,
The one time James
Yeah.
Bond. Didn't he just die?
he did.
Yeah.
No,
One of them died.
he just retired.
I thought he died. That's the same thing.
When you're in your 90s and retire, you might as well.
You might as well be done.
Yeah, but phenomenal. Cody, you'd love this. Like it's
Man from Hong Kong?
yeah, it's Ozploitation, cool garbage.
Okay.
Like good fights, good stunts. Like stunts where I'm like, holy fucking shit, that guy died. There's no way.
Yeah,
like
those-
scaling buildings and shit, falling off of stuff, hang gliding over cities. It's wild.
Those Aussies are crazy.
And as Lucas just pointed out to me, this is the director of Leprechaun 3
Yes.
and Dead End
Dead
Drive-In.
End Drive-In.
Oh. Did we just talk about this guy in this show?
Because I watched Dead End Drive-In.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. And you watched then Leprechaun.
you watched
3 before
Leprechaun
that.
too.
Oh, Leprechaun 3, my God.
Yeah.
Send it to space. Okay.
Yeah.
I will add this to my list.
I did
I
send
watched Beetlejuice because the new one's coming out. I haven't seen the first one in probably 15 years.
Beetlejuice.
Wow, this is the
15
first
years?
15 years.
Probably.
Damn,
Wow.
dude, I watched that fucker like 3 times a year.
I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I just wore that VHS out.
Yeah. Oh, magic.
It's so magical. Like I was telling Austin the other day, like the joke per minute on that is just, and that they all land. You're just like,
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
It's such a good
just
movie.
so fucking funny.
I love that
and
movie.
so good. That might be. I was gonna say that's definitely a top 3-er for Tim Burton for me. But I watched one that I had never seen before that cracks that top 3-er, which is Ed
Still
Wood.
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in years, but it's
Magic.
it's
I've not
fucking
seen it.
great.
Perfect. It's fucking perfect. across the
Landau
board.
in that.
Martin Landau is Bela
just-
Lugosi.
Perfect.
I've not seen a better performance in my life. Maybe
Who is it again that plays Vampira?
Lisa Marie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's excellent.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
so good as Vampire.
Isn't that where she meets Tim Burton?
I would say yes, but I do not know.
Oh.
I think that is the first time they worked together.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's above my pay grade. But yeah, it's so sweet what him and the 2 writers, Scott's Larry Karaszewski and Scott whoever, Alexander, whatever. What they did, like Dolomite Is My Name. I think they did Bowfinger, and I'm just talking out my ass. But they do that really sweet like biopic thing about like chintzy, not well respected or loved cinema heroes, and like which Ed Wood was just a hack for all intents and purposes. But they put so much heart into it that I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. It just makes me want to make movies even harder.
Oh,
And Johnny
best.
Depp in that is, from what I remember, is
Phenomenal.
just out like one of
really
his
is.
better roles, from what I remember.
Yeah, 100% top, maybe top 3 Johnny Depp performance. TBH.
I believe that. From again, it's been fuck, dude. It's probably been 15 years since I watched that.
Yeah, fucking floored me. I was so happy with it. And then tonight's movie.
Wow, that's it.
Nice.
I'll go.
I think Lucas might have the longest list this time.
Does he want to go?
Maybe. I'll go.
All right, he'll
Dang,
go.
dang.
Watch Cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Great. I watched a big burning trash thing happen in a theater called Borderlands.
Oh, it's that bad.
Dude, it's so boring. It's so stupid. I mean, the horror stories I heard about it were like, this movie's been done since 2022.
Yeah.
I guess Eli Roth came to the studio with the thing it should have been, which is psychotic, violent, weird, upsetting.
Sorry. I had to stretch my legs out.
Oh.
Just kicking all kinds of other legs.
Kicking
Sorry.
everything.
And then studio just sweeps the legs out from under him and neuters this thing to hell, and that's what we have. Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
I hope for it because that was weird.
Yeah.
Guys, Oppenheimer is actually a masterpiece. It's actually a fucking powerhouse masterpiece movie. Without doing, because I think the
perfectly good
Barbenheimer.
Bring it this weekend. Watch that and Sinful Dwarf.
That's good double.
I watched a weird
Hold on,
movie called.
did you have more to say about Oppenheimer?
No, just that it's
Oh,
perfect.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Just want to make
He
sure
doesn't
you
need
got
to
it
say-
all.
he doesn't need
you
to
got
say
it all
more.
out.
Masterpiece, huh?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Joshy Hearts.
I mean,
Hunk scientist.
Killing Murphs.
he is the cutest man in the world right now.
Oh,
Downey
yeah.
Jones.
Oh yeah, but after watching him in
Trap.
was he in Trap? I was literally Glenn Powell who.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at I looked at Maddie after the movie. I was like, he's the cutest man in the world. And she's like, every time I see him, I can't stop thinking about the phone call where he called 911 because he had diarrhea and thought he was dying.
What?
That happened?
Have you guys never heard this?
No.
Oh, it's really fucking funny. This is like I wondered if it was a hoax. Apparently, it's not a hoax. But he years ago had like really bad diarrhea, thought he was dying, and called 911. And the call was recorded and it was released on TMZ.
Oh, wow. That's
Wow, some asshole sold it to TMZ.
Yeah.
Can a man have diarrhea in peace?
Buddy, the call
Can I
is...
privately have my life-threatening diarrhea?
Listeners, if you haven't heard this, I strongly encourage you to listen to it. It's very fucking funny. He sounds like under duress, like in a bad way.
Imagine you have diarrhea to the point where you want to voluntarily call 911. Would you not sound under duress?
Austin,
Have you called 911 for
You've
diarrhea?
come close.
That night that
I know
almost shit myself on the motorcycle, I came this close to calling 911.
Just say what? I shit everywhere. Bring a hose. Need a fire hose.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
go on.
Oppenheimer's great.
Oppenheimer's great.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to derail
No, you're
that.
good. You're good. I watched a weird comedy called How to Be a Latin Lover, starring the most important man in the world, Eugenio Derbez. Eugenio Derbez.
Did he voice Shrek in the Mexican?
Yes, he did. He was Donkey.
Did he really?
He's,
No.
He's
Oh,
the
he's
Shrek
Donkey.
guy.
He's the Shrek
Donkey.
guy.
We already talked about Donkey.
No.
Yeah.
Different guy's Donkey, right?
No, this is Eugenio Derbez is Donkey in the
Who'd you talk
Spanish.
about the last time?
That's the
Same
same
guy.
guy. I couldn't think of his. I couldn't.
We
think
don't
of
know
his
who
name.
Hell
Shrek
yeah.
is.
We
We don't know Mexican Shrek.
Sorry.
Wait, but Eddie Murphy plays Shrek or plays the donkey.
Not
And-
in
The Spanish sub.
Not
I'm
in
talking
the
about the
Spanish-speaking
Spanish dub.
countries.
The Spanish dub.
Eddie's,
it's him.
Eddie Murphy's
Okay.
Spanish accent is not. Up
This
to
man. Okay,
very
I looked at
offensive.
this man has 20 million followers on Instagram.
20
Yeah.
million?
20 million. He is like a top tier thing. So this movie, it was made in 2017, and I think this was Hollywood's attempt to try to bring him over into Hollywood because he
Yeah.
was so famous in Mexico and around the world.
He's
And
Mexican?
He's Mexican. This movie has Selma Hayek and every Rob in Hollywood. It has Rob Lowe, Rob Riggle, and Rob Hubel.
Wow. All
It
the
has-
Robs.
Yeah, all the Robs are in this movie. Michael Cera's in this movie. Kristen Bell's in this movie. It's very bad though.
Isn't he guys like? Isn't he fucking,
all that
okay.
hype to
Yeah.
It's very bad.
It's very, very
So it
bad.
didn't
Don't lead
work.
us there.
did
That
not
was like a
work.
whole minute
It
of
didn't
like
work.
fluffing up
Yeah.
to that.
I remember when this was coming out. I saw these trailers a bunch.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
I remember this getting a nod. Or I was gonna say I thought I remember this getting like a nod for like Ford film at the Academy Awards, but clearly not.
Yeah, I mean, no. Because this one has like icky moments where he's like trying to teach a 10-year-old how to be sexy. You know, it's weird.
The way that you were selling this to us is very confusing, and I don't know how to react to
I
it.
know.
I don't think
I'm
he
sorry.
is selling it.
I'm not selling it.
I think he's just excited about the guy.
It felt
Yeah.
like a sale. At
Kind
the
of feels
beginning.
like Deuce Bigelow. Dose Bigelow.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically what it is. He plays a guy just trying to skate by life by banging old rich women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nothing
that's that.
offensive in there.
John Carpenter's Vampires.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I love this movie.
That's a big Lucas energy. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Did we not do this on this show?
No.
I remember talking about
we
it. I
talked
guess
about
I
it.
just watched it
So I
at some
think
point.
one of you watched it.
I watched
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, we
guess
talked
that's
about
it.
it at length for reasons. What'd you think?
Yeah,
Oh, you loved it. Yeah.
imperfect all over the place, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is cool.
It's cool.
I love
Like-
the story of that is so that first the first big set piece where basically all your cool character actors get killed. Mm-hmm. The original script was like all of them for the whole movie, but the budget got slashed from like 60 million to 20 million, and he's like, "Well, I guess I got to get rid of everybody. I guess they all have to die now."
That's insane.
That's fantastic.
It also just like chalked that up to like the laundry list of reasons why John Carpenter
Yeah.
just sits at home and plays Xbox and
Yeah.
smokes weed.
Yeah.
Fucking
Says fuck Hollywood.
which Baldwin is this?
Danny,
Danny?
fatty.
Daniel
That guy
Baldwin.
sucks.
God, and
Daniel
James
Baldwin.
Woods, like they're
Yeah,
Oh,
James
yeah.
Wood as an action hero works every day. Loved it.
it is a
Wow.
lot of fun for what it is.
I just all the little like jokes that he lays. She's like, "Your dick hard, Padre."
Yeah.
So many times. Like what?
So
Loved
silly.
it. Copland.
Fuck yeah, you watch
Oh
Copland.
my god,
Yeah.
I love Copland.
Yeah.
Huge dad energy movie.
Yeah.
It's the perfect Saturday afternoon thing. Sylvester Stallone, I think, does his most earnest performance maybe
great.
ever
It's
in his life. Method Man's in it. I clocked
yeah.
that, which is wild.
I feel like one of us watched this on this show. At one
I
point.
did.
You
couple
did
years-
watch
like
Copland?
last year or
Okay.
something. Yeah, phenomenal. James Mangold.
Yep. Finally finished Bringing Out the Dead.
Yeah.
That's a weird. It ends weird. I was halfway through and like this rules, and then it kind of like fizzles
Yeah.
towards the end a little
It's a
bit.
bummer. It's
Yeah,
a fucking
it's
bummer.
a bummer.
So you watch all the John Goodman stuff, and then like half like the Ving Rhames
Yeah.
exorcism scene.
Yeah.
Gold.
At the
you
concert,
Stop, if
yeah.
you stop after that, you're like, this is the best thing
That's,
ever.
I think that's exactly where I stopped. I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna love this because I keep, I do these. This is how I do 2.5 movies a day.
Yeah.
Did
Then
you-
get
did
Patricia
you-
Arquette trying to kill herself.
Did you watch half of this movie and then watch all of these other movies and then finish this movie?
Yes.
Holy shit!
I'll do that. You gotta come back to a
No,
certain
I can't
thing?
fathom that.
No?
No, if I'm halfway through a movie, the next thing I'm watch will be the rest of that movie.
I'm like,
Otherwise, I'll forget
You're
everything.
exploding all over the place, buddy.
Why are you
Oh.
exploding?
I'll usually do that
Look,
with
it's-
movies I've seen
You
before.
got on your titty.
Like I'm 7/8 of the way through Blade. I'll probably finish that next time we do one of these. I just like will put it on for 20 minutes at a time.
Wild.
Yeah, hell yeah, Lucas.
Okay. Watched a big movie, and then I watched finally Twilight, and my review was just
You had never seen this?
no.
Oh,
You never saw
incredible.
I've
Twilight?
never seen Twilight.
Blows dicks, huh?
And my my review was because I love it. the everything about it, the melodrama, just
Yeah.
it's fun. It's so bad, it's fun.
No,
You know?
it's just unfun bad.
I think it's fun.
It's so much fun.
I saw it one time in theaters
Yeah.
with my girlfriend at the time, and I had read the book, and I remember thinking that the book was pretty good and that the movie was sucked.
It sucks. You're right. I watched them all in lockdown, and I hated every
awesome.
single
I have
one.
only seen the first two. I'm
Your
doing this.
reviews are so hate-filled.
Rage, pure rage.
Rage-filled.
I hated every one.
Yeah, I rolled right into Twilight Saga New Moon. And that one...
That one is
okay.
That one's a magic trick
yeah.
of stupidity.
The Volturi live in Volterra. Love that.
Hell yeah.
And they all drive Volvos. Love that. We're just having fun. And the werewolves... Look, I understand the rules about vampires and werewolves have been thrown out the window.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
At this point, they're like rival CrossFit gyms more than anything because they're constantly talking about who's faster. And shit. I'm like, are you guys gonna like broing down here? And then the werewolves, they kind of have like that twink cult going on.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you always with your shirts off in the same little jean shorts?
I love how none of them look particularly good with their shirt off except
No.
for Taylor Lautner.
That
so
man.
strange.
He's so
Jealous. Okay. And I'm halfway through Eclipse, so I have not logged that yet.
Okay, hell yeah.
And Eclipse is getting crazy.
Yeah.
doing murders, and we're big city, do murders in Seattle.
Wait, don't
What?
spoil.
Don't worry, Cody. Nothing of any consequence ever happens in any of the movies.
I-
and the
every
one time
detail-
there's a scene where there was
don't
something
even
of
tell 'em.
consequence. It wasn't.
Every detail's a golden nugget of joy. Every
No
detail.
spoilers, please.
It's
I
a
will
living
leave the
hell.
room if you would like to spoil.
You're gonna watch these
Yes, that's what we were talking about. That's why I have to watch all the Richard Linklater movies.
because you want to borrow the Twilights.
Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
Watched tonight's movie, and about 15 minutes before I came here, went and saw It Ends With Us. And so if my emotions and if my energy seem a little down today, it's because I walked into today just having watched this movie. Don't go see it.
It ends with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't do it.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
Did you see it in 40X?
Dude, I wish. Is it actually in 40X?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
So
Don't tell him.
Blake
Don't
Liv-
tell him.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Blake Lively one.
Blake Lively
yeah.
one. Which she has been promoting as some kind of just nice romance movie.
Right, but it's like a surprise.
But it is a
rape movie or something.
very domestic violence based movie. I half the theater left. Okay, first of all, walked
Left?
into this theater today, packed. 3:15 showing of in Topanga 12, packed. It's a Tuesday today.
That movie's making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, blame the. I guess this movie can thank the San Fernando Valley Heat for bringing everyone inside a theater today.
This is true. Today
and
was
saving this
very
box
hot.
office. But
It's also like the only mall in America that still has anybody in it.
true. But yeah, a lot of people left when the shit started happening, and I just the way it goes about it. Are you guys gonna watch it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Spoil away.
Okay. It does a thing where it's like it's
Which one is it?
Go, Lucas. Go.
the first hour is just her hanging out, talking and flirting with a guy. It's a Lifetime movie, right? And then he has an accident where he burns his hand on a pan, and she gets hurt, and it's filmed as an accident. And she has another thing where she's like tripping over herself, and he's trying to save her, and she falls downstairs, and you're like, oh no. And then they find someone else in public, and he's like, what did you do to her? And she's like, it was an accident. And then the movie just retcons everything. It's like, oh, actually all those things you thought were accidents, he was beating her the whole time. And I'm like, you can't do that. Here I am thinking like, oh, we're talking about the nuance of this stuff, and it's like, no, he's beating shit out of her the whole time. I'm like, I see. So
That
I
actually is
just
kind of
don't-
interesting.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I do
Find that interesting.
The movie just gaslit us.
That's what I'm saying. That guy was
that's
gaslit.
clever. That's
kinda-
clever.
that's kinda cool.
It's kind of clever, dude. Yeah, it's kind of fucking clever.
Look, it is, but the weight of it, I just don't like it. You know, I go to movies, go to watch movies for escapisms and stuff to leave this kind of stuff and the
You want booty short werewolves and
exactly. Thank you so
Volturi
much. I
vampires.
want proper misogyny, right? I want my misogyny wrapped in glitter and with six-pack abs, not subtleties. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you, man. This is why I have a hard time watching Richard Linklater movies.
it's just too steeped
Too
in
real?
Yeah.
It's too real.
Yeah, I want just put a zombie in one of those movies. I'm immediately more excited.
But Linklater's like at the top, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, no, they're perfectly great films. This sounds like it was actually probably like really interesting.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie,
maybe.
like, that was
that's a
maybe
good description.
It's a really good description. Yeah,
sounds interesting.
I almost want to go watch it now, knowing that that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you just sold us the
Yeah.
Shudcast going to that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
My turn.
it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah.
I watched VHS 94.
Yes.
I actually really liked it.
Did you like it better or worse than 99? More or less.
How many
I
of
want
these
to
do
say
we have now?
more.
Interesting.
The first and last ones I really liked.
They're good.
Really, really liked.
The
Second
one, the one in hell and
No. No, the first. This is the one with the rat creature in the sewer.
yes, Ratma.
Ratma.
Yeah.
Love Ratma.
Uh-huh.
And then the
The Timo one, the cyborg.
yes.
Yeah.
And then it ends with the weird hillbillies who have their little militia group.
Yes. Okay.
Love those.
Great.
It's still in your letterbox review. You likened it to those videos that play before you go through a Knott's haunted house.
Yeah.
Very accurate. At one point while watching it, I had that feeling, especially some of the effects.
Yeah.
Like, especially on that last
A
one.
little wonky.
Really bummed me out because I was loving everything that was happening up till then.
Yeah.
But I really liked it.
Six Flag promo video.
Yep. Then I watched the movie, a Lucas movie. I watched Sicario.
Ooh, hell yeah, you did, brother.
The movie's dope.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sicario rips. It's a good movie. Sicario's great.
Yeah.
Fucking rips.
Sicario's fucking great.
Denny.
He has never made anything
No,
bad ever.
That man is batting 1,000.
Well,
Yes.
no, Blade Runner 2049.
No, that ruled. It's Doom Part 2
ruled.
you're thinking of.
I haven't seen Blade Runner. I just knew it would do this.
Oh, I thought you would go for.
Look, they're recovering still.
I thought you would go for Doom Part 2 on that.
No,
Okay.
I felt like that would be too on the nose. I felt like if I said
nice.
Blade Runner,
true.
I would break Cody, which I did.
Oh, I had to go see this with. Sorry, bring it back. I had to go see this movie. It ends with us today with Sorrel because we were having a thing about like. She goes and sees everything I want to see, and I'm like, please don't make me. She's like, I saw Doom Part 2 3 times. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fair enough.
I have experienced this the same thing with Maddie.
With Doom Part 2?
No,
Oh,
she saw
good.
that once.
Good, because that movie's not that good. Then we watched Last Day. But yeah, Sicario rocks, dude. It's
Rules.
fucking ripper. It's great action. Loved it. We talked about Last Exorcism. I watched this. Kaylin started this documentary about this chef. It's called Love Charlie: The Rise and Fall of Chef Charlie Trotter.
So you watch that.
It's on Amazon. It's interesting. I didn't know anything about this guy, and he ran like one of the best restaurants in Chicago.
Kind of the
for a long
beginning
time.
for all that like celebrity asshole chef stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's very much the like proto. What's his face?
Sure.
Who's the British guy who yells at everybody?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, he's
Oh,
very
sorry.
much that.
Your review was like, this makes wanting to own a restaurant like a nightmare or something like that.
Yeah, the restaurant business looks like it sucks because everything I know about the restaurant business says it sucks.
Yeah.
Long hours, really hard work, shit money,
Yeah.
most fail,
Yeah.
and like this guy put his heart and soul into it. And
Wait, kill himself?
no, but it like
Okay.
goes up and then goes down. It's good. It's a good documentary.
Okay.
We watched Cruel Jaws. Go watch that, and then. In preparation for the last thing we'll talk about, Kaylin suggested we watch Alien
Oh.
because we were talking about the next movie we'll talk about. And,
Yeah.
I said I think it takes place right after Alien. She's like, we should watch Aliens again. I said, well, I think this takes place after Alien. She's like, oh, would you want to watch that? I was like, yes, I just got the 4K and I haven't watched it yet. So we watched the 4K of that, and that movie still is beautiful, and that 4K transfer is pristine.
Yeah.
This was the first time I'd seen the xenomorph hanging in the chains.
No shit.
Yeah,
Really?
I never noticed it. You mentioned it in our episode, and I was like, ha! And then this time I was like, holy shit.
It's just in the
they
foreground.
show you the alien.
Yep.
About 10 seconds before they show you the alien.
Yeah.
But because it blends in so well, I had never seen it.
Rules, right?
Ever.
So cool.
Fuck yeah,
shit.
Bulls.
Yeah.
That's that shit.
I text you and asked you how the blacks were.
So deep.
So deep.
So deep.
Did you do the test?
No,
Why? That's the only way you can know for sure.
I never will.
What's the test to test the blacks?
You go right up on that screen. And you just like nose barely away from touching it, right?
Yep.
If you're poked, you would tap into it and you just stare right into the
Yeah.
blacks.
You see any pixels? Nope. That's a good.
Yep.
You're watching the Batman, is what you're doing.
Wow. And that's despite television quality?
No, you gotta have
Well,
that-
4K
that-
TV.
you
that
get a 4K
definitely
TV,
factors
because
in.
you can't right because 4Ks won't play unless the 4K TV.
Okay.
Not okay. It's okay.
But that was
Whatever you say.
in preparation for
You just said that.
Alien Romulus!
Alien Romulus.
Okay.
Again, look for this next week. Hear what we think in our mini episode at patreon.com/SHUDcast.
We're an hour into this. We have a Guillermo del Toro movie to talk about. What do you think's going to happen?
Maybe a good one, maybe a bad one.
We'll see.
We'll see what people
One of
think.
us might cry uncontrollably.
This is possible. So we're already giving you
who
enough.
it is.
Because
What did we watch this time, guys?
Crimson Peak! Crimson Peak! Crimson and Clover Peaky Blinders.
to get you.
I
Yeah.
was literally not even paying attention. What did you do? What did you say?
No, we skipped over it because he tried to get you with the
Peaks and valleys.
peaks and valleys. I forgot you hadn't gone yet, and that's why I was saying Richard Linklater is like top of the mountain of those guys.
amazing.
And so he had like bit into it. I was like, oh shit, we
Oh,
got him.
damn.
Like, oh fuck, us has got to go.
Damn it.
Ah!
I know.
It was too good for us.
He would have had that, but I knew that he was going. So it's like,
Son
a
of
little
a
early.
bitch.
Now we got to start getting him
amongst when we go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a long time since you guys got me.
I know.
We can't wait till the end to get him. Like after him, just start one.
Yeah.
we'll just try to.
This is the new strategy.
Yeah, I feel like we almost tried that once, and it was pretty successful.
Yeah. But anyway, Crimson Peak, Guillermo del
Crimson
Toro,
fucking Peak.
20-something.
First.
Oh, do you want to scream? I was waiting for you.
Crimson Peak!
Oh God, do it clean.
That wasn't clean?
I don't think so.
Crimson Peak!
Cool.
It was also plural the first time.
All right, I'm going to do it one more time for
No,
posterity.
that one was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Third.
Second.
Okay, fourth it is.
Cool. We're gonna shut down
The caboose is loose.
2015's Crimson Peak, directed by Guillermo del Toro. In 3, 2.
There's a girl. She's a writer. She writes to write about ghosts. Her father is a business person and venture capitalist. I'm going to just say, why not? There's a dude that comes in and with his sister, and they need money to.
Loki's trying to get funding for his invention. While he's trying to get funding, he falls in love with Edith, and then her dad, the writer girl's dad, dies, and then Loki takes her back to her house.
Loki's sister has something weird going on. She doesn't like that the other girl's getting too close, but sneakily, what they do the whole time is he'll marry the girl and then take all of her money and they'll poison her to death. There's all these ghosts at the Crimson Peak, where the old women who Loki married, and
So the ghosts are coming out and they're trying to warn her, but it's very scary. And then they realize that the kids killed their mother, and they're also fucking. So then there's bloodshed, and then Charlie Hunnam, who we haven't mentioned, shows up and saves the day, and they kill the people. And
Oh my god!
oh,
We did it.
this was insane.
I'm not going to blame you for that, Austin, because that was wild.
I
thought you were
venture
gonna get
capitalist.
way farther in yours.
That was my anticipation. I just saw that second slowly being like, uh-oh.
You had to clarify venture capitalist.
You said it was fuck it, venture capitalist. We'll call him that. I was like, that was 3 seconds.
You
were so confident at first.
Yeah. I felt confident. I apologize. I apologize for my behavior. See? Yeah, it's just... Curtis, these have not stopped. It's so weird. I don't know why.
They've been here all week.
I have no
He's been
idea.
opening the fridge door roughly all week.
Oh, yeah, it's my fault.
You
Sure.
do
That's why we couldn't have the
aggressively
ones
open
at
that
the
fridge door.
bottom. They're good ones.
Actually, that's probably true.
This is week 4 of what?
Oh my god!
Austin, this is your pick.
This was my pick. I picked this film. I had seen it.
The movie I picked is this.
This is the one that I chose. I had seen it. I didn't enjoy it that much the first time I saw it, but I wanted to give it another shot. And also, I'm glad I did, because boy, when you talk about gothic horror movies, this is like the love letter to all gothic horror movies ever made.
Yep.
And I think it was the perfect conclusion for this series.
I thought the exact same thing as I was watching it.
I'm very glad I picked it. I'm also very glad I picked it because now I love this movie.
Love it. I had the exact same experience as you did, where I watched it once, was like this, felt mostly disappointed.
Yes, as did I. And I think it's because, if you remember the trailers,
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
ghost story,
Yep.
scary, scary, scary. And then we got this gothic thing. And I think, honestly, because we've just watched so many gothic horror movies,
Yep.
I now kind of know what they are. I know what their deal is. I appreciate them. I was like, this is brilliant.
Particularly with respect to the innocence.
Yes.
Yeah. And I then, because Curtis and I have a toxic relationship where one of us will buy a thing on 4K, for instance, and we will send the other person pictures and or videos of unboxing experiences in an effort to, I don't know, hang it. It's like a piece of meat in front of a dog, because you know that they'll go for it. Curtis sent me the video of the unboxing of this 4K from Arrow, and I was like, wow, this thing is fucking cool. I don't even like this movie that much, but I bought it. So I don't know. It could be, to your point, that we watch all these gothic movies, and I found this just doing that in sequence, and that there's this newfound appreciation for it. There could have been that. It could be the time of the just third time's a charm, right? It could be that I forced myself to like it because I spent $50 on this fucking thing.
I also bought that 4K.
It is
because here's my sickness. I went to go look it up. Oh, I have to rent it for $350. Well, if I have to spend $350, I might as well spend $50.
and then have it forever.
Yeah.
That's just smart business. Sense.
Good
That's
sense.
my sickness.
I won't spoil it yet, but I just did that for the movie that we'll be watching next week.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, fuck me.
Tease, tease, tease.
I've already got FOMO because I might not own this thing.
You don't.
Gotta purchase it. Don't know what it is.
But yes, I also purchased that 4K, and it is stunningly gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did yours Amazon?
Yes.
Was it a little bit?
Yep. Fucked up. Yep.
A little bit, just a teeny bit.
And I considered, but I remembered from my Hellboy comics experience, I considered emailing them, but even if you do, they cannot guarantee that they will, because I was buying Hellboy comics.
Yeah, I remember
They'd
this.
show up and they'd put it in one of those little paper slip things.
Oh.
They're just getting tossed around. So they'd show up, they'd be all fucked up. And I'd be like, hey, I want a new one. And they're like, no problem. So they send me a new one. Same deal, all
Yeah.
fucked up. And I was like, I want a replacement, but you have to not put it in one of these. It has to be in a box. And they were like, we cannot guarantee the shipping at
It's
all.
fucking stupid.
Do you want a replacement? I was like, no. I'm not gonna get fucked up shit for the rest of my life. So I
drawback.
gave up on the getting a better arrow because the little edges are all dinged.
And my edges weren't dinged, but there's a tear in the, like, if you're looking at it as if it's listeners, if you're not aware, it looks like it's a book, and on the page, the side that would be the pages, there's a little tear, right? Tiny little tear, and I landed on, well, it makes it a little more goth this way.
That's true.
That's how I
Well, if you pre-order from Arrow Video, it comes pristine.
pristine.
Yeah.
It is sold the fuck out on
yeah,
Arrow.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, you were smart. You bought it immediately. But what a beautiful set.
I knew I needed it. Lucas, you had seen this before?
A long time ago, I don't think I liked it back then.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This time, love it.
Magic.
Maybe not as much as you guys,
It's fine. It's fair.
but I do love it because this is the most stunning thing I've ever seen.
I realize that I'm
Those were
for sure in the
conflicting
minority.
statements. It felt like, but I believe
Well,
you.
I mean, I just as a whole as a movie, I don't think I liked it, but just visually.
Oh, visually, yeah,
yes,
it's gorgeous.
stunning.
Actually, it's funny though. I remember in the theater not thinking that the way that the ghosts looked. I remember thinking like that doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
4K though,
Stunning.
stunning.
It's
Those
still
reds.
a little more CGI heavy than I would like.
But it's all painted over
Yeah.
because those are filmed actors on the set
Oh,
in those fucking suits.
interesting.
So they did
Yeah.
the wispy and they made them
I like the wispy.
They made them transparent and did the wispy stuff after.
It read too CGI-ish to me. At times, there were times where it's
yeah.
on the money.
But I'm not. You're right though, Cody. On the 4K, I was like, oh, I like this better now than I feel like I did in
Yeah,
the theater.
dude. It looks because I
Like, it
remember that
looks-
was always a distraction for me.
Yeah.
And it looks perfect. now.
Yeah. To go quickly back to the beginning of this, so I watched this a couple times, but I watched the Guillermo del Toro commentary track for prior to this episode. Out the gate. So the Universal logo's up in red, which is gorgeous. Love that. And he says, this is the most beautiful movie I've ever made and one of my 3 best movies I've ever done, in my opinion, is what he thinks. I think he recorded this then. I don't think it's a new one, so I don't know if it's including Pinocchio and Shape of Water. Blah,
Sure.
blah, blah. But right after that, he goes, and I just want to tell you, it is decidedly not a horror film. It's a gothic romance. And when they were selling this movie, it looked like a horror film to everybody. He's like, it's the gothic romance with horror elements. So
Yeah.
he wants to make it very clear that I
not
feel
his
like he was
fault,
probably
yeah.
not happy with the way it
He was
was
probably
marketed.
pissed at the trailers. 'cause he's
Which is like
"I-
also, I don't know how you sell a gothic romance.
He also shopped this script with At the Mountains of Madness, didn't he? And they Legendary picked this one.
well, I would too. It's much cheaper.
I'm unfamiliar with that exact story, so maybe it could be.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheaper and probably more likely to sell.
Yeah, because I think that's what Legendary says. Like, this is kind of what we're looking for right now.
They're well, they weren't wrong necessarily.
No, but a
They
little
picked
bit.
the wrong film.
Still a little bit wrong.
Because it's a legendary movie, but this is when Del Toro had a little deal with Universal too, and At the Mountains of Madness was going to be a Universal movie, so that does make total sense.
Oh, interesting.
I just wrote down a bunch of shit that he said.
Honestly, buddy, I'm very happy to hear that because I had every intention of trying to spend, after I got back from my vacation, like an evening watching everything that delightful set had to offer, and I did none of that.
I wanted to, and I started the
nature, or like, what is gothic romance one or whatever? And it was like, 50 minutes? Yeah, no, I don't have time for that today.
So please,
well,
enlighten
I
us.
would like to start with the end of the Shudcast, where Austin was unfortunately pigeonholed into doing a rushed ending to that.
Yeah,
You mentioned that Charlie Hunnam's character comes and saves the day.
in a way.
He does come to save the day, but he
Yeah.
fails. And it ends up being Edith who saves him from the place.
That's true.
'cause-
And really, Loki saves the day, really.
Yeah, sure. It's that. And that's part of the fucked up love story between the bunch of them. But Del Toro talks about how he wanted to, subvert the trope. He wanted to take the damsel in distress. He actually told Charlie Hunnam when he pitched him the idea for the role, he's like, hey, you're going to play the damsel in distress.
Oh, nice.
That's the idea. And he's like, I'm fucking in. Great. Where, because that's the trope. He'll show up, save her,
Yeah.
and the movie's over, right? But in this, clearly, like, he shows up, and he's a man of science, like a good dude. There's one of the things Del Toro also wanted to do is not like make a love relationship between those two. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very clear and successful early on, like when he's like definitely trying.
Yeah.
He's got her in his office. It's never like creepy. It's never weird, but you're like, he's clearly interested.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah.
Like not in a bad way. She's just like, got my books, man. I don't need dudes. I don't need
Right.
you.
It's great.
Yeah.
But then Thomas Sharp walks into this fucking thing, and you're like, I am so wet right now. I fucking get it.
Yeah. He would sweep anyone away from their ghost books.
This was originally Benedict Cumberbatch in that role.
Yeah. Which
And
I'm really glad it is not.
I am
I'm
too.
also glad it's not.
He would have been
like-
great, but
would've been-
Tom Hiddleston, there's something about that energy that he brings that's it's tangible. It's so perfect.
I buy him as a romantic lead more. I don't know why he has
Yeah.
that charisma that makes me like, I believe that she would do something as reckless as.
Like he's hot.
Yeah.
Like he's a little weird looking. But
Yeah.
like he's a fucking hot man.
Yeah.
But with that dangerous edge to him. Like Cumberbatch is like a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
He's just clunky and on.
There's not a drop like a drop of welcomeness about Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's
but-
cold.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a cold man.
Yeah. Phenomenal actor, but yes, cold. I'm glad the casting shook out. And the fucking man, I clearly had not watched this movie in long enough because I forgot Jessica Chastain was in this thing.
Oh, no shit.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Incredible.
phenomenal.
Terrifying
Incredible.
presence.
She's always great, but holy
Yeah.
shit, terrifying, awful character, but played it so well,
Yeah.
so well.
One of and you'll see on the spines of your Blu-rays, of your 4Ks, there's a moth and there's a butterfly. And then throughout the movie, there's a running motif of moths versus butterflies. At the beginning when Jessica Chastain and they're outside for that lovely scene of goths outside under
Hot goths.
Hot
Yeah.
goths.
Yeah.
and there's the like kind of field of dead butterflies, and they're talking about she kind of like represents the moth, and that it's like this dangerous thing that will eat you alive, whereas the butterfly represents like this beauty and to her eyes frailty in the world. But Del Toro tries to paint it as like, this doesn't necessarily represent strength versus frailty. It's like there is strength in the beauty as well, which is how he tries to, and I think successfully, shape Edith's story throughout the thing. Mia Wasikowska, who we haven't mentioned yet.
Yes, phenomenal. Obviously.
Yeah, who's like soft retired from acting.
Yeah, I was looking her up, and I was like, she's not really doing much these days.
Yeah, she had a couple bad experiences, and I think she's like, I'm good with my Alice in Wonderland money.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good for her.
good for her.
What bad experiences?
I don't think she's named them. I can't off the top of my
just
head.
said that they were just
just like had a shitty time. I think auditioning sucks, and I think a couple like not great film sets, and I don't know.
well,
She's
just
like, I don't fucking need
she
it.
just fucked off back to Australia and
Yeah, nausea.
drinking a Foster's.
Yeah. And with this, Del Toro, I mean, we've said it once, we said it a million times. This is the gorgeous fucking movie.
God.
I mean, all of his stuff, obviously.
I don't think I've seen another movie that I look at and it hurts. Like I don't know how to describe it, and I might honestly cry a little. I can't describe it. It's my armor for this. Like you talk shit about it, I will cry at you.
It's such a good defense. It's much better than fuck you. It's just like, I love it. Crying. Like, oh, Jesus, I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that, but I love that. That like this is like it's so poignant for you that like it Just the way that it looks, like it is so sublime that it literally moves you to tears.
I have
I love that.
no better way to describe it. It sounds ridiculous, but like that fucking the first shot, Thomas Sharp carries Edith across the plane of
The threshold of the house.
threshold of the house, and it pans over, and you see for the first time the 3 levels and the fucking leaves falling through the decayed roof.
Dude.
And he takes his fucking hat off, and you're like, this is the movie. Like, it's the whole movie. It's such like beautiful melancholy. Like, it's just sad. you know?
The like eternally raining hallway
Yeah.
is the coolest
They built this fucking house.
thing. I know. It's
Oh, they
so
built it?
cool.
They built this fucking place, man. Like, this interior existed, you know?
Really?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of one of the features, and it was about building it. And
Where-
yeah, it's cool.
Where did they build it?
That's a great question. I'm actually not sure.
I don't remember.
I'm going to guess it was in English. It was in London, but I'm not sure.
I would also guess England, but
So all the interiors are just part of that same set.
Now, I'm not going to say each room was, but certain offshoots were. Like, you could walk from the kitchen to that foyer where you would
Wow.
see the snow and shit
Yeah.
just falling. And that shit also got me too. Like, each time a character would walk from that like center room, you know, into like the kitchen or whatever, and you see it just fucking
just always stuff falling.
always just a hole in it. Like, that's
so magical.
and he talks about he wanted this movie to be a living painting, which I think he kind of tries to do with all his stuff. But I think this specifically,
Sure.
like that image of the house is representative of the entire story, you know, at least of the Sharps, you know, because they're this family, and he talks about how it was very popular at the time, especially in America, for these like families to marry then murder. Mm-hmm. They would marry someone rich, murder, take their money, move across the country where you couldn't be found, you know.
Right, right.
If you just went to the other coast, you're just like, they're
Really,
gone.
if you move like an hour away, you were
yeah,
gone.
no,
You're pretty much
absolutely.
gone forever, yeah.
Absolutely. So like that was an actual prevalent thing at the time. You know, women would do it too. Like there was, I'm not sure what the stat is, but I feel like that's like the most prevalent like serial killer, like women era right there. So like the Sharps were a little bit based on that trend at the time. And just the fact that they have this like ornate, gorgeous fucking mansion. They're digging into the ground for something that isn't working. You know, it's just the metaphor of them continuing to keep digging for literal blood, you know?
Right.
They keep mining this red stuff, and you're sinking into it, you know? Like, you're just drowning.
Right.
The more you dig into this shit, the more you will drown.
Yeah.
And I just think it's like the most perfect visual metaphor for anything in any of his movies.
Right. No, it's great. And just fucking as simple as just like the red against the snow.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Guess what?
It just looks really cool.
Phenomenal.
And just like the red running down the walls and oozing out the floors.
Yeah.
Just great.
Yeah.
Simple.
Because he talked about he didn't use any red until you get to Allerdale Hall. There's no red in the movie unless it's on Jessica Chastain, and she's got that like brooch or the flower piece like on her dress. That's the first time you see red in the movie. And it's just
Fantastic.
the rest of it's like sepia. In America, he described he wanted to be sepia, a little bit of like cyan with the blues, like really rich.
It's very like orange and warm and nice and
Yeah.
idyllic in a way.
And then when you get to England, it's cooler, and then you introduce the red, which is, you know, the blood of the movie. And he said one of the Easter eggs was that I think it's the wallpaper in Edith's room is the same wallpaper in the foyer for Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't know.
He's been attached to that shit.
That's
you
really
know,
fucking
He wanted
cool.
to make one of those for
Oh, yeah.
too, so
And he's such a Disney nerd.
yeah, which I thought was
Is he really?
fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Loves Disney, Disneyland, everything. He's probably got a room that's just full of Disney crap in his house that he can't walk around in. It's so full of weird crap.
Yeah, not to derail this, but did any of you guys go to the Del Toro exhibit when it was
Yes.
at LACMA?
Yes,
Incredible.
best thing I've ever done.
Did you guys do this?
I wanted to so bad.
It was because it happened not that long after the Burton one.
Okay,
And I thought
yeah.
the Burton one and the Kubrick one.
I didn't see either of those.
I thought both of those were great. That Del Toro one was like one of the coolest fucking things I've ever been to in my life.
It makes sense. He's such a collector. He's probably
That's
got
like
so
all
much
his
cool
shit.
Yeah, right.
Like
the giant Frankenstein head.
yeah.
I need that right
know.
there.
That I always like showing people there was hidden like in a nook in that one of those rooms in the exhibit is a little penguin with like warts and shit all over it. It looks
Yes.
all fucked up. It's an At the Mountains of Madness penguin. And I was like, this is the coolest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like,
Was
like a maquette or something from,
That's amazing.
like pre-pro.
Oh God, I
know.
love him so much.
He's the coolest. All right, I'm
He's
sorry.
just the coolest.
No,
Please continue. The floor is back to you. I would like you to just talk at us now for.
It's too
Yeah,
much.
you're gonna Del Toro this podcast.
It's too much. And he talks for 2 hours on
course
that
he
commentary.
does.
There's no lull. He's just
Going.
he just
I love that.
goes.
I love him so much.
Who do we forget to mention? Oh, the father.
yes,
What's
God,
his
what's
name?
his name?
Keep forgetting. He's a big
He's in Deadwood.
Eric Kripke
He's so
guy.
good. He's on The Boys.
Yeah, that actor's just phenomenal in everything he pops up in. He has he has a brutal fucking death.
Yes, it's so
yeah.
fucking brutal.
I know. As much as he likes to say it's not a horror movie,
Jim
like
Beaver.
Jim Beaver. As much as Del Toro says it's not a horror movie, like
Yeah, horrific
that
elements.
death,
Dude.
come on.
The first time I saw that, I was just like, oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone. And that death, and then also like just to jump ahead, but like the knife in the face. Ugh.
He's got a face thing. Del
Yeah.
Toro does.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yes.
like Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah,
Just people always
Smush
getting
in the
stabbed
face,
in
yeah.
the face. Yeah, that always gets me too.
because it always looks terrible. Like horror, just straight up through the.
Yeah, when the
And then when he comes back as a ghost a second later, it's like a
Wisping
cracked
out of there.
like
Yeah.
and it's like a cracked doll.
Yeah.
and the wisps. God,
yeah, it's
they're
gorgeous.
just so fucking cool. All those ideas are so fucking cool.
It really is.
God damn.
That dance, the waltz that they do in the beginning is just so fucking phenomenal.
She learned enough piano
Oh,
to
no
do
shit.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's her actually playing.
Yes, because I was like, that looks really good. That's not CGI, and I googled and like, yeah, she like learned enough piano to do that.
amazing.
Yeah.
And Hiddleston
Really?
knew how to do the waltz.
No, did
knew.
he?
I did know that.
He seems like a gentleman.
Weirdly, my mom, I watched this with my mom.
Oh, yeah.
and she knew that
That's
somehow.
interesting.
That she has this like obsession with Tom Hiddleston
Okay.
for some
Really?
reason.
I get
Yes,
it.
I don't really know how or why, given like his
can guess
general
why.
filmography.
Yeah.
But she's like, "Did you know that he's an incredible dancer?" And I was like, "I didn't. How did you know?"
Why did you know?
And she's like, "Actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have no explanation for this.
it's
Was
just-
he on like Dancing with the Stars or some shit?"
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
But
I
that's just
really doubt
information
it.
that gets uploaded into the woman cloud.
Yes.
Yeah,
His
Yeah.
publicist
Yeah,
put that into the
yeah.
woman cloud.
Yeah, the well, particularly like mom. I can't
cloud.
call my mom old, but
Yeah.
Older.
They also know
Older
everything
clown.
about Tom Selleck.
Do they?
Yes.
do they?
Oh,
Yes.
God, yes.
Actually, I think you're right.
My mom knows everything about Tom Selleck.
And that man hasn't posted anything on social media, so it's like, how do you know?
How do you fucking
Yeah.
know?
How do these
Yeah.
people know?
Mom cloud.
Mom Cloud.
Like, yeah, they got access.
That's cool. I did not any. I mean, I knew that I knew about Tom Hiddleston dancing. Did not know about Jessica Chastain learning piano.
Yeah, just
that's
enough
great.
to do that. I mean, enough to do that scene anyway. But yeah.
Apparently,
Very
that
impressive.
scene was supposed to be everybody in the room dancing. And
Oh, really?
That was written that way. And Legendary was like, it's going to cost too much fucking money to pay all these dancers. Because they would have to hire people as dancers, which is, I guess, an extra $2 million
I
is
feel
what
like
he
you
says.
can get
What?
anyone to start
No
waltzing.
shit.
Waltzing's not that.
There's only 3
hard.
counts. It's one
I
less.
don't know,
than-
I don't know. You got to have them look good, and you got to pay them as performers in a different way. Like if you're
Yeah.
doing something
That
on
makes
camera,
sense. Yeah.
you have to pay them as not just
Actors.
Right.
It's not just
Well,
extras.
and on top of that, like waltzing might not be hard, but like making it look pristine
yeah.
is
True.
right. Like I can waltz; it doesn't look good.
Can you show us?
Go right now.
Yes,
Can
get
you
up.
show us?
Get up.
Here, light a candle.
I have one over there. Go get it. We'll do this right now. I went to Cotillion, motherfucker.
I went to Cotillion.
Oh, if you're looking for bonus September Patreon, we'll teach you how to do the waltz.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to go to Cotillion.
What is that?
I wish that I wasn't allowed to go to Cotillion.
I know.
I fucking
Too much
hated
of a
it.
rude boy.
Apparently.
There's no
I wanted to go. My parents were like, no.
What is this?
It is a
manners and etiquette club for like third graders.
it is
Oh.
snooty.
You wanted to go?
Yeah.
It
'Cause
is
I had friends going. I was
Yeah.
like, I want to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
They're like, no, they knew. Like, it's always some money.
It is polite society,
wasted on
snooty,
you.
fucking horseshit. You have to put on us. Like, I hated every moment of it. I really fucking hated
I would
it.
pay to see you in Cotillion.
My mom's like, you loved it. Don't lie. And I'm like, no, it fucking sucked. And I went because it made you happy.
That's also in the mom cloud that all their sons loved Cotillion.
Yeah, just they
My little
think
boy
that.
loved it.
They think that.
Fucking
Yeah.
wretched shrew of an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hated that person.
Wretched shrew.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
She is absolutely dead by now, Mrs. Smith. And
Maggie?
she honestly had the audacity at one point to say that any music released after 1964 was bad.
Oh wow, that's
Well-
Cody bait.
Well, no,
I wasn't even
Cody bait.
and I wasn't even at the point where like
That's
that
what started
like,
it.
That real that you know what?
Yeah.
You could be right.
It's the origin.
You could be right.
You
Yeah.
in third grade though, like you know what? She's on to something. I might say 67, but
Yeah. So Thomas Hiddleston founded Cotillion.
yes, he did.
Yeah, but they weren't able to hire that many dancers, so it was just two of them. And guess what? Very poignant, beautiful scene with just two of them dancing.
Beautiful.
Works better.
Really amazing.
Do you know? I wondered this: is the candle actually lit?
Yes,
So that is
that's what he says.
wow. That's so
That's what
fucking
he-
cool. I love that.
I believe it.
That's what he says.
It seems
man.
like it'd be just so much harder and more expensive to
Probably.
digitize a candle.
Probably.
But,
Like, I guess that's a thing. If that's a thing you can do, like, just do it.
yeah,
You know?
always better.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, that's really cool.
This movie had one of the best. It got me like a jump scare. Got me better than any movie I can think of in recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the cabinet.
Yep.
When she's looking for the dog.
Yep.
Fuck.
That
That's a
cabinet
good
ghost.
Whoa, that's great.
that's
That's a
good.
good
That one was fantastic. That legit
Yeah.
spooked me.
Yeah.
Got me. And
It
even like the next scene, like you know it's coming, but like really good. The horror elements are so good. And you're right, the ghosts look so fucking cool and good.
Yeah. And I do get it when he says like it's not a horror thing. Clearly, I think Guillermo del Toro knows like he's doing horror stuff. But these ghosts are sad. They're sad ghosts.
Yeah.
These aren't.
They're sad and
you know.
helpful, really.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not out to get you. The ghosts are not the problem here.
No.
It's Stabby McGee down there with her tea. She's the problem.
Yeah.
tell you what, I got scared off the rip. Ghost 1, like minute 1 of the movie. Ghost 1. I'm like, I hate it. Don't
Yeah.
like it. Had to pause the movie. I think to go like heat up food and like the lights have been turned off in the kitchen. And you know a movie's doing its job when you're going into the kitchen and the lights are turned off and you're like looking in the
Fuck
dark
that
corner.
immediately.
Like,
You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't know about this. That was Doug Jones as that ghost, and apparently it's
Oh.
based off of his mother's experience with a ghost. She had that happen to her.
Doug Jones?
No, Del Toro's
Del Toro's mother?
mother had that happen to her, where her grandmother visited her that way, and so he took that story
This
from
is still
her.
the cabinet ghost.
Beeline
or
down the hallway.
No, the
Oh,
down the
got it,
hallway
got it.
and like hand over the
Yeah.
Oh, that
Hand
shot
on
was
them?
so good
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
Where it's the girl laying across in the like a foreground of the shot,
Yeah.
and the light of the window is crooked in the back, and it's orange and out of focus and crooked. I'm
Yes.
like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I know. God, it's good. Yeah, I love that story element too, of like her mother warning her, you know, Crimson Peak. Like
It's
she got
fantastic.
nothing to do with it, but like that's just, you know,
It's fantastic. I will say I did fault Mia's character. Was it Edith, is it?
yeah.
Like for me, if as a child, my ghost mom very horrifically wraps her ghost hand around me and says, "Beware Crimson Peak," I'm going to be hyper aware of anything that could possibly be Crimson Peak for the rest of my life. And this suave dude shows up and he's like, "Oh, we mine this red clay." I'd be like, "Crimson! Ah, no!"
It's true.
And there's no way I'm going with him. I know I'd be like everywhere I go, Crimson, Crimson.
That's why you have Tom Hiddleston. You're like, I don't know.
Well, and throughout, like, I think the other two times that I watched this, that was always a big gripe of mine. That it's like, well, it's fucking, like, it's so
Yeah.
fucking obvious that, like,
Yeah.
like that, like, it almost felt like, don't put the foreboding warning in there.
No, it's great. But I think for me,
Now I feel differently.
I think when I first watched it, I felt some of the things were like either cheesy or obvious or campy or like, the brother sister revealing too much of their plot. Having watched all these gothic movies,
It makes sense.
I'm like, this is the aesthetic.
Yeah, it
they
makes
all
sense.
are inherently a little campy, a little overly dramatic, heightened,
Yeah.
and this is that.
He talks about that element too, that melodrama the acting, the dialogue. He's like, I told them to act, this certain way, like do more, or like, don't be afraid to deliver things with a, at a certain degree, because like this movie looks like this, the dialogue sounds like this, like we have to sell
We're
it.
all dressed like this. yeah.
we have to sell it with a heightened, continued heightened emotion to it. So it was all part of that.
When he takes her outside because she's having her first spells of seeing ghosts, and he goes, "We got to take her outside." He takes her to the post office, and they get snowed in.
Yeah.
In the scene where he enters her warm, I did not was not a fan.
You were not a fan of that?
Was not a fan?
Why? You see his
No.
ass.
It's weird.
His ass?
His ass is weird.
So
His ass is weird.
and on purpose,
Fan.
Okay.
Del Toro swapped. He's like, he's like, in these things, you typically see the female form. He's like, I wanted you to see the male form more so. And then she flips the power dynamic and is on top of him. But but you're not a fan of the butt.
Well, it wasn't just that. I thought the whole scene was just a little much. I thought we could have just alluded to they made love, and then we were here for too long, and I don't know.
Are you anti-sex scene now?
I am anti-sex
No,
scene.
you're not.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not. You're not. You're just anti-Tom Hiddleston's butt.
No, I don't. I don't like sex
That's
scenes in
okay.
movies.
What?
I don't
When did this
believe that
happen?
for a moment.
I know.
You?
I
This
know.
happened. You?
I know.
When?
Well,
The
'cause I'm
internet's
like,
gotten to you.
No, here's
get
the
off
thing.
the internet.
No.
What did the internet do? Oh, because the kids aren't fucking. You gotta get off the TikTok. It's fucking with you. It's fucking up your
I have
brain.
believed this for a good many years now.
It's true. The kids aren't fucking. They're not talking about it on the TikTok. He watches TikTok all day. It fucks up his brain.
If you're gonna do it all the way and show me penetration.
Oh,
Stop being afraid.
yeah, Lars von Trier
Stop
or
being afraid.
Stop being afraid and do penetration. Otherwise, don't tease me.
Why you can't? Why, this
So
is not,
the-
so it's not TikTok. It's porn.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm
it's-
on like their team, but for way worse reasons.
You've gotten so far this way. You've
Yeah,
wound
exactly.
up back to them who are like, no sex. And you're like, yeah, I know, right? Just show me holes.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
if you get too fascist, you inevitably become liberal again.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Well, that's
Wow.
wild. I enjoyed that scene.
I also did not like that the first two times that I saw this movie because it felt just kind of like cheesy and just or not cheesy, corny. It felt corny. And this time around, like to your point, like all these things feel very much like, oh no, this is very intentional.
Yeah,
This is the first time that Thomas Sharp feels a real love.
Yep.
That's
and
the
a real
big-
connection with
that's
a
why
thing.
it's a big moment.
'Cause He's
Yep.
been, fucking his sister his whole life and probably not fucking his other wives. I don't think Jessica Chastain's letting him. That's why
That's
he's
the
got
implication.
to leave the
Yeah.
fucking property
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
and have sex with his
And
wife.
she did not enjoy that.
She did not. When she got back, that scene in the fucking kitchen.
yeah.
She throws the fucking food. Oh.
Yeah, he told her like she was concerned like, am I going too far? And he's like, no.
No.
He's like,
No.
do crazy shit in there.
You cannot go too far.
Okay, so I think we're far enough now. How did the ring work? What was the ring about?
What?
The red ring that Jessica Chastain wore, and
That-
then they made Edith wear it.
That
was that just
her
kind of like
mom's
a
ring.
mark? Like
No,
we're gonna kill her?
Well, they were
Fam-
always going to kill her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
an
just
heirloom.
it was an heirloom. It was like you give this to her, so she'll marry
It's
you.
just bait.
I
Just
think,
more bait.
and it's symbolic of who the true partner is, right?
That
It was her mom's ring that when they killed their mom, and they took the ring from her. So it's Jessica Chastain. It's Lucille's ring, and then they give to his new wife at the time. But then she takes it right back. Like I think just the metaphor of no,
Yep.
I'm the real
Yeah.
partner here.
Right,
With
okay,
you.
gotcha.
I think is what it's trying to do. Speaking of the mom, and Del Toro admits this, he's like, maybe the only joke in the movie, and my favorite one, is when we cut to the painting of the mom.
Oh, so good.
when
yeah,
they're talking
yeah.
about her, and she's like, she was awful, and you see that face, and it's just the
And yeah, she's
scowl.
like, your mom looks horrible.
It's just a good joke. Like maybe the only joke in the film, but it's a solid
so.
one.
Great
I
joke.
fucking love that. What do I want to talk about now? What do you guys want to talk about now? Jesus
Honestly, dude,
Christ.
I don't mean to like just put it all on you, but like everything you're saying is far more interesting than anything I have to say at this time around.
Yeah,
as far as
I
I'm
don't
concerned.
have much beyond how much more I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think as a direct result of watching all these gothic horror movies.
Sure.
Yeah, my
No,
only
for sure.
note is I did not like when Loki slides into her warm.
Wild.
When my mom asked, she goes, "What other movies has he been in?" Which still just adds to the mystery of how my mom knows who Tom Hiddleston is in. She's like, "What's he known for?" I was like, "Well, he played Loki in the Marvel films," and she was like, "No."
What?
And I was
How
like,
do you know him?
I was like, "Yeah, no, he's like that's like absolutely like his biggest thing. He played Loki in all of the Marvel films that Loki is in." And she goes, "What is a Loki?"
Oh wow.
And then I had to explain that to her briefly, and then she's like, "Are you sure that's what he's known for?" It's like, no, no. I'm just looking at the internet, Mom. Come on.
Please continue watching Crimson Peak with me, Mom.
Yes,
Can't keep pausing this.
to tell you about.
The melancholy is too real. Speak through my tears.
Did you know he can dance?
Yes.
Shut up, Mom.
Go ahead.
Shut up! Watch the fucking movie. No, I honestly, Curtis, I don't have like a whole to Austin, like both Austin and Lucas. Like, I liked it a lot more this time around than I ever have. I think it's one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's still not my favorite Del Toro.
No, the Reds in the 4K
The Reds on the 4.
just
Yeah.
send me to heaven with that. Incredible.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your handsome voice.
Do you guys know? Do
Tell
you guys
me more.
realize that when she starts getting poisoned, the big ass chair she's in and her teacups are 30% bigger than they were before that? So like that big armchair that she
Yes,
sits in?
yes.
It was like a big armchair when she first
Sure.
arrives to the house.
Yeah.
But when she starts being poisoned, they replace it with a 30% larger armchair and 30% larger teacups and stuff.
All right, maybe they shouldn't have done that. They could have the dancers.
Wait,
That's
the
a,
dancers.
that's a really expensive,
Yeah.
imperceptible detail.
yeah, wait to make her appear more emaciated? Is
Yeah,
that-
and small.
smaller?
Uh-huh. Yeah, like she's sinking
It'd
into
be funny
the-
if they kept going with
I
that.
know.
So they had in the movie her like feet are dangling. And she's got this fucking...
it is also objectively funny that she played Alice.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah, it's
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
So I feel like they should have kind of agree with us. They should have leaned into that.
It's true.
Yeah, because she had already done Alice, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
needed
Yes.
40%. 30% wasn't enough. Go
I
40,
agree.
50.
Whose foot?
Is it mine? It's mine.
That's Curtis.
Yeah.
Those 2 feet. 2 feet are touching my leg.
That's me. I'm stretching out.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with the stretching.
Speaking of the
Stretching?
Like,
yes, the stretching, and that Thomas Sharp stretches for more than he could handle. Like he has when he tries to pitch his machine to the Americans, it's like a really cool little model. Like it's
Yeah, I love that.
It's
fucking,
super
it felt
cool.
very Del Toro.
great looking little
Yeah.
model. But you get to his actual machine and it's garbage. Like it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
It's just falling apart.
And he's essentially selling them on something that it's like we've moved on to like brick, and he's trying to sell them on an old
yes.
thing, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Which ties into, at the time, Buffalo, New York was the most technological advanced city in the world
fascinating.
because it had the most light bulbs, for one, and because that was Tesla was in those parts at this time, and
Okay.
they had the most electricity, the most light, and that was kind of the hub for technology.
Innovation, yeah.
Interesting. I did wonder why Buffalo. 'Cause
Yeah.
It started, I'm like, Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is an interesting detail that you don't get unless you know the history of it. Like I had
Wow.
no idea until
No.
this time. So him bringing this like antiquated, steam machine, which digs up,
Clay.
red clay.
I was never super clear on what the clay does.
I still can't quite tell you.
Yeah.
I thought the sales pitch was that it was supposed to be stronger than
Yes.
stronger than brick.
Yes, that
Right?
was
That
it.
like that it
Yeah.
that the clay that they have on their property, something about it is with the idea was that it would be better than brick. So
Yeah.
Which I guess I also just kind of always assumed that was bullshit.
Sure.
And he's just kind of bullshitting them.
Yeah.
Like this is a snake oil situation.
They're
yeah.
hucksters.
Yeah.
probably.
The clay could be useful, but
I would, but he's tinkering with that fucking machine so frequently throughout the movie that it makes me think like there's actually some
Yeah,
genuine.
I think
maybe-
there's maybe less about the clay itself than it is about the process trying to get it.
Sure.
And like we got too much of this shit. It's eating our house.
we got to do something.
Oh, that's true.
Someone's-
That's right. Oh, that's
someone's
right.
gonna
I
buy
mean,
it.
because the house is sinking. That's right.
Because he said there used to be mines, so at one point their family was successfully selling this stuff. So maybe they just couldn't get it out faster, and then the innovation went just right by them. So now their red clay's obsolete.
That, but then also to Curtis's point,
Yeah.
like it's eating the house, so he has to be tinkering with the machine because he has to like if the machine's not working, then the house is just going to keep sinking more.
I also think for me it's a little bit. He's desperate to find another way to provide because he's very conflicted about what they've been doing, and so if he can just put all his effort into like making this machine work, then we won't have to keep marrying and killing these girls because he feels bad about it.
Starting to feel bad about it.
So I think it's sort of like his obsession of like, this can get us away from this terrible shit.
Yeah.
And maybe on some level, ultimately, Lilith is her?
Lucille. And she doesn't want that.
No.
She's not having it.
Because she made it clear that she was actually doing the dirty part of this whole scheme up until now. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the killer.
Yeah, and I love that performance so much from Chastain because it's like she knows they're like damned, like they're fucked.
Yeah.
Like she's like, this is what
They're in too deep, yeah.
this is what my life is, and I will keep doing it until I can't anymore.
Yes, and she does.
And she fucking does.
I love her so much.
God.
I did. I mean, it's not the only joke of the movie because at the end when she's saying what was the line she says right before Mia hits her right in the face with the shovel? She says, "I heard you the first time."
Oh yeah.
Great.
It's good. It is good. There's a couple of zingers in this guy. I love that final chase so much. One, we get into the vats, the floating or the steaming
vats.
liquidy vats of clay.
So good.
Where a skeleton, or is it? That's a ghost. The ghost of the baby.
It's a baby ghost.
Yes. Baby ghost, potentially skeleton.
Maybe skeleton.
Is in the vat because they drowned the baby in that.
Yeah.
Which then leads outside when they're just like chasing each other through the mist and the white. Just a good spooky little set piece.
I mean, as they're chasing each other like around the elevators and stuff, it's almost like he's recreating those chase scenes in Pirates of the Caribbean a little bit. With the way they're dressed
sure.
around.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Definitely in there. Feels like that aesthetically. Yeah, and he talked about a little bit about that moment when after Edith catches them, the two of them being handsy with each other, like that's the moment where Chastain's performance like switches and she's just like now like all her cards are on the table. She's like stripped down to just like her, white shift, and she's just like a raw feral animal. And you just see that, and you're like, I was scared of this woman. Now I'm terrified of this fucking woman.
100%.
Swinging a fucking knife at you.
Oh,
Like, it's so
brutal.
That shift is so good. I don't know, guys. How do you feel?
I feel.
I've been talking. About
I feel.
this fucking
Sorry, dude. Yeah,
movie.
no,
It's
for
okay.
real. Sorry, I know that how awkward that is.
No.
Bless you for picking this movie, Austin.
Yes,
And
I'm
making me revisit
really
it.
glad I did.
I am too, and bless you, Curtis, for sending that toxic video of the unboxing experience that forced me to buy it, and ultimately,
And
Yeah.
bless you, Lucas, for picking goth.
yes, bless you, Lucas, for
Yeah,
picking golf.
this was cool. This was a cool ride,
It was
guys.
a good cool
Because
ride.
I got
what
enough.
a good
I got enough
punctuation.
of a gothic education to love Crimson Peak.
That's what I'm
now.
saying.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
I get
it's
it.
true. It is a perfect end to it. I'm
Yeah.
really glad you did
Yeah.
pick
It's
that.
kind of the
And,
culmination of
Yeah.
all these themes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Should we do some awards?
Oh, we should. If
We
we're
have
done.
To, if we're done, we have to rate Crimson Peak. Then we do our awards. I feel done.
yeah.
I feel
done. I feel like we
efficiently-
accomplished everything in 43 minutes.
feel satisfied with everything that I've said. And then I will give this film one ever-flowing hole through an ornate mansion ceiling because it's so good it hurts.
Oh man, I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
He took the hole. Curtis used the hole. I'll give this film one used hole
There it is.
because even though at first you're maybe like, if you just use the hole, you find that you love it.
Tom Hiddleston's butt,
Yeah.
because it's handsome, maybe a little bit misunderstood. But once you really get in there and you really focus on those whites
Yeah.
in that 4K, you see the gorgeousness.
Hell yeah.
And what a wonderful, close to perfect film.
I give Crimson.
Sorry, one thing. The id says it's perfect.
Oh.
Oh, a perfect id.
Interesting. Perfect.
Thanks
id.
for letting the id out.
I give Crimson Peak 1 Edith Worm
Yeah.
because this movie is worth exploring.
Yeah. I think Del Toro would approve of how many
God.
holes we've talked about on this. Showcast approved.
Yes!
Thank
Yes.
God. I would have cried more. I would have cried
Left
more.
the show.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Gosh, what a time. I love that movie. So that's my favorite Del Toro movie.
I know.
Yeah.
I just, for me, I have to go Pan's Labyrinth.
I think it's between that and Shape of Water for me.
Oh,
I
okay.
love Shape of Water.
And Shape of Water is my favorite, bar none.
Really?
Without
Oh,
question.
interesting.
And
Oh,
then,
wow.
Bunch of pansies won't pick.
I don't know, man. Hellboy.
Get
It's
Jess on this show.
It's difficult for me to because I want to say this might be number 2, but Hellboy 2 is
Hellboy 2's, yeah.
is just
right
so
there.
fucking good.
Hellboy 2 is also my number 2.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so fucking
so fucking
It's so
good.
It's
goddamn
pure
good.
Del Toro.
And like for the ability to that he made a purely original story with Hellboy 2 is so special.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Wow.
wow.
Oh, Lucas. You picked this series for us to do.
Woohoo.
And this is probably the best series we've done yet, in my own humble
Really?
opinion.
Is it?
This group of movies, holy shit.
It was a good
Powers.
grouping of movies.
Yeah.
Almost. Write in on Discord and tell us if you think this is the best series we've done.
Yeah. Let's give out some awards.
Let's go out some
The series
awards.
has one bad movie, so I don't think it's the best one we've
Series
done.
has one. I think there's been a movie. I guess we've approved almost everything. Have we approved almost everything since we've been doing this shit?
I think so.
I'm usually the only one who dissents. If
Yeah.
there's a dissent, it's usually only me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Negative
I know Pitch
cocksucker.
Black.
I have
won
the highest standards.
the most well loved. We'll start with Best Actor. I'll start with Gary fucking Oldman. And
I will second and third Gary fucking Oldman.
Well, I'm not going to be left out.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. Best Actress.
Delphine Seyrig.
Delphine Seyrig. I knew it was coming.
Was
good.
she then
Yeah,
the crappy one?
such a dick.
The boring weird one?
Such
No,
a-
wait,
Daughters of
which-
Darkness.
Yeah. She's that one?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Disagree?
I'm going Deborah Kerr. The
Also, Deborah
Innocents.
Kerr.
Yeah. That was that one and Mia Wasikowska, probably the two.
Jessica Chastain was the runner-up for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give it to Chastain. No question. No cap.
Skibbity.
Skibbity? Did I say it right?
Screenplay.
Get ready, Cody. I gave it to Daughters of Darkness.
Screenplay to Daughters of Darkness. Fuck yeah, you did.
B.S. Dracula.
B.S. Dracula.
B.S. Dracula.
Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak, baby.
Yeah.
I think that
There's
story is where it's...
Two of these are adaptations. So,
Yeah, and I like what B.S. Dracula does with the material.
love that movie. Do not get
So
me wrong.
it's- Yeah,
But
pretty
it's
close second.
really hard to write your own thing.
Real hard, real tough. Most goth.
Crimson Peak.
I agree. I say Crimson Peak.
I said B.S. Dracula.
That's toss up for me between those
Yeah.
two. but
It's Crimson Peak.
I'm gonna go Crimson Peak.
Same here. It's
Just
you're
for
choosing
the-
your vampires, you're choosing your ghosts,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Director Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow. I went GDT.
GDT.
Oh, don't make me pick. Don't make me pick.
So tough.
GDT
Yeah,
to balance it.
yeah. I mean, what Coppola does, like, it's all him. I mean, his art department and all those
Yeah.
departments
Yeah.
for sure. But like, he's the insane person coming up with this shit.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah,
Love it.
it's tough, man.
yeah. I
It's-
think it just for me, like there is stuff with Dracula that I think feels dated or
Yeah,
maybe doesn't super work. But like with Del Toro, it's just
yeah,
I firmly believe this is exactly the movie he wanted to make,
Yeah.
and it will work in 50 years.
yeah. So best picture, best film, best movie. Crimson Peak.
Crimson Peak.
I agree. Can't believe
I'm
it.
sorry, I got to say B.S. Dracula.
B.S. Dracula.
It's so close between Dracula and Crimson Peak for me,
yeah.
but I think Crimson Peak is just no. I don't know.
Oh, he doesn't know.
I don't know. I'll go Dracula. Actually,
Dracula.
I go back to Dracula.
I was gonna try
Holy
The
shit.
room is split.
Yeah.
Guys, that was
Damn.
Oh my God!
Wow, what a time.
What a time.
That means we're on to another theme.
Another chapter.
It's Cody's second theme that he's been able to pick. How many themes are in contention right now at this moment?
Right now, at this moment, Curtis, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 themes in contention.
that he could pick in the next 10 seconds.
I couldn't pick, but I picked earlier. I decided.
Oh, it's decided.
Yes.
What are we doing, man?
We are doing.
Wait, before you reveal.
Yeah, hold on. Think about it.
When you write out your themes, when you think of a theme, do you then make a list of movies that would fit that theme?
Yes.
So you can look at these groups of movies and think which one you want to do.
Well, no, I was texting Curtis about this today, and ultimately I think I still failed, but we figured something out anyway. I was sitting there and I was looking at my themes, and I was like, man, that one works, that'll work. But like Lucas just had Oh My Gotttttthhhh. I need to figure out something that's like remotely gonna work and be like sort of catchy. Right?
I see.
Yeah,
So-
he barely Nolian.
Yeah, right. Maddie cannot look at the word alien from Alien films and not go, Alien? I barely know Alien.
Yes! And did you see Charles when he posted his
Yes.
Alien rankings?
Yeah,
it was called Alien I Barely Know Alien.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Hell yeah!
You started something. The point being, I texted Curtis and I was like, I feel like I have been reduced to trying to pick the one that I can actually come up with something remotely clever for a tagline.
Oh,
right?
fantastic. I love that.
Which ultimately, thank you, Curtis. I went, that's dumb. I'm not going to do that on this basis. I'm going to do the thing that makes sense, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that something works.
Got it.
We'll come up with the pun for you.
I tested the first pun on Maddie. She
yeah.
immediately was like, "That's confusing. Don't do that." And I was
Oh,
like,
do
"I
it.
like it." And then 30 minutes later, I was like,
No.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do something else." So here's what we're going to do, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
We're going to watch Hello, Weenie.
Hot dog movies?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Wait, hello, Weenie. Let's figure this out.
These hot dog movies?
Yeah.
Was it Halloweenie?
first-
Hello, Weenie.
Halloweenie?
Hello, Weenie.
Hello, Weenie.
Hello, Weenie?
Hello,
Or
Weenie.
hello.
Hello, Weenie.
Oh,
Hello,
He's
Weenie.
saying it.
spell it.
Hello, Weenie.
Halloweenie.
Okay.
Weenie.
Okay, so
Hello,
these are-
Weenie.
Well,
Wait, are these Halloween movies with tiny people in them?
We were watching Halloween films because I was like, it works out too well. Every episode is released up through the last Friday in October, the Friday preceding Halloween. It just makes the most sense.
clarify. What do you mean by Halloween films?
I mean, any film that takes place or includes a moment that takes place on Halloween.
Halloween.
Great.
It
Got
can't just be Halloween season.
Halloween night.
Halloween night has to take place in some way, shape, or form within this film.
Hell yeah.
And the film
love
that
that.
we will be starting with,
yeah?
which was in contention with, I think, 12 other films.
I can only imagine.
And I also went to Maddie with this and was like, what do you want to watch of these films? I went through, I narrowed down the list just a few when I sent them. I suggested them to her. And we will be watching Idle Hands.
Idle Hands.
Yes.
I haven't seen Idle Hands. I'm excited.
I have not seen it in a minute. Admittedly, it was not my favorite.
Okay.
But it was also during a period of time where I was being objective about everything.
Sure.
So
I watched this so many times when it came out. So many times.
so did Maddie.
Really? Robin
Yeah.
Flender?
The Devon Sawa, Seth Green,
Jessica Alba.
Alba's first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
on the shout disc. I've almost bought it so many times.
Well, buddy, you can buy it on Amazon. I did
God
today.
fucking damn it. That's exciting.
This is
Hello,
very exciting.
Woodlard?
Hello, Weenie.
Hello,
DeLonge?
Weenie.
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
Kyle Gass?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, wow.
It's a good, like, it's a fun movie, and it's great for like Halloween season. I think.
Of course.
I can't
Fuck
wait.
yeah.
I can't wait. I hope
can't-
you can't wait.
So we have now officially done one round of this, and we are
Yeah.
back at the top.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm now I'm gonna feel like I have more freedom to pick movies that I'm gonna make you guys watch. You know what I mean?
I don't understand.
So the last time, I feel like everyone picked something that's like it was a curated good pick, and like we did our research. Like I think most people like this movie. Now it's like now we've done that for each other. Now it's time to make you watch some shit.
Buddy, I don't know what you're talking about. I made everybody watch Daughters of Darkness, a movie that I went into this movie being like, I think I'm going to be the only one that likes this movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah. The number one pick for next week was Terrifier 2. And I went, you know what? I'm not going to do that to my friends.
Buddy, there are 3 weeks left in this.
I'm not going to do that to my friends.
So it's still on the table, Austin.
I'm not going to watch it again. I'll read at Wikipedia and go, oh, yeah, I remember.
Well, if you want, the novelization comes out on October 10th. 8th, excuse me.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Just 3 days before the release of Terrifier 3.
Comes out in October?
Which takes place on Christmas.
I know. They fucked that up.
They did fuck that up.
I expect nothing less from you, Terrifier. I tease.
They'll do a re-release in December.
That's smart.
But tune in next time, listeners.
I hope you are excited to dive into the Halloweeny movies.
Hello, Weenie.
Hello, Weenie.
I'm gonna find a hot dog horror movie. Do the things, rate and review, subscribe, tell your friends, join us on Patreon if you wish. And we love you all. And
fucking love you.
Write in on the Discord. What was your favorite goth movie? What do you think is the most goth movie? And what hot dog Halloween movies should we watch in this next theme?
Be good, go goth. We love you.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Bye-bye.